The lights are on. The field is lined. Let's do this, Tuscaloosa. This is Hillcrest Football on the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network. Now, Brent Jones, Brad Armstrong, and the Hillcrest Student Broadcast Crew on the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network. The lights are on. The field is lined. Let's do this, Tuscaloosa. This is Hillcrest Football on the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network. Now, Brent Jones, Brad Armstrong, and the Hillcrest Student Broadcast Crew on the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network.
ones that have been kind of in the bottom end are getting a little bit better. Central's gotten a little bit better. Bessemer's gotten a little bit better. And you're going to see a Bryant team that's a little bit better. You know, they have gotten some growth started there, and they're competitive. They beat McAdory early in the year, and McAdory's proven to be a very strong football team down the stretch. So they've got one huge quality win under their belt. They played well in several other games. So not the typical Bryant that we've seen the last couple of years, which is good. I think they will stress us, and we need that. We need to have to be challenged, and I feel like that'll happen Friday.
All right. Homecoming 23. Can't wait. Friday night.
We're excited
All
about
right,
it.
thanks for joining us.
Stadium. Brent Jones, Brad Armstrong, Brian Pirano, Donald Falls, and tonight, making a special appearance, the lovely Lindsey Jones is our director. All right, guys, it's, what do we call it? Hashtag HOCO23, right?
Hashtag it's almost over.
Hashtag it's almost over, right, for you.
Yeah.
That's the way
for
you look at it.
That's the way we look at it. We're just glad to have survived.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well,
day ain't over yet, though.
That's right. That's right. But you know what? The day will be over for me at about 10 o'clock. How about you?
Nope, not till 12:30 or 1.
That's why you make the big bucks.
Oh, yeah,
That's
I'm
why you make the
huge.
big
I'm a
bucks.
super big salary.
All right. Well, it is homecoming. It's been an exciting week here at Hillcrest for all the students, and it's always so exciting for the teachers and especially the administrators. But hey, do you like what we got here? This is. Brad, this is live. This is us right now.
I can see that, and I also saw. Well, the greatest thing about that is that I was just eating some fries.
Okay, so now you see. Now you can get to see. Or in case you need to know out there, we actually have a monitor in front of us now where we can actually see what's happening live on the screen that you are seeing. In the past, we have not been able to do that, but now we can. So now Brad can see how stupid he looks when he does all these dumb things.
That's good. And the good thing is you've always had those headphones so you can hear how stupid you sound. Hey, the funny thing is, now, all jokes aside, thanks again to CB&S Bank for sponsoring our broadcast booth and just being a new sponsor for us this year. Of course, longtime friend Tom Collins. That's not a drink anymore. It's just a good friend. But, always so supportive of the program. And obviously CB&S Bank is not the only supportive group of our program, but we do appreciate them as one of our sponsors. And every time I think about CB&S Bank, I think of
of course.
So, of course, this is the last year of that. We're going to have to come up with a new song. Because next year, that still will exist, but it's only going to be coverage of the Big Ten.
And it's just going to be on ESPN as well with the SEC, right? That's who the contract is with. Oh, well, we can talk about all that when we get to our college football preview. Right now, this is, speaking of a college football preview, Mark Nelson sponsors it. It is also the Mark Nelson pregame show. Thank you, County Commissioner of District 3, Mark Nelson, for sponsoring our pregame show every week here on the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network.
It's great. Thank you again to Mark Nelson. He's such a good friend of ours and always so supportive of the program, but not only the program, Brent, but the entire school. The entire school.
Yeah.
His kids, of course, former Hillcrest kids and all part of the Alumni Association now. And big alumni event going on presently.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Donald, can you get a shot of the alumni event? Are you on that right now? Lindsay, can you go to that shot of the alumni event that Donald has there so we can see what's going on? Well, that's black.
It may not be. It may be a tough angle for Donald to get. But
are you getting There's nothing on HDMI 1?
That's not good.
Okay, there's nothing. Are you getting anything on HDMI 1? Okay, great. That's
hey, look,
awesome.
in just a second,
Hey,
Donald.
check your connection there. Check your connection.
Oh, okay.
All right. Hey, you guys talk.
That camera's not working?
You guys talk,
Okay.
and now
Well,
let's go to the little logo here, so I don't have to look at us struggling. The
Great.
The title card. Yeah, that's it. We'll go to the title card, and guys, you can talk while I'm trying to figure out what's going on here with the main camera video, because we're going to kind of need that here tonight, don't you think? Why don't you guys talk about what's going on here at homecoming in the special event.
Okay, well,
Coach P.
We are honoring Coach Jamie Mitchell, and we think, personally, we think Ginger Mitchell, and I think everybody agrees, is just as important as Coach Jamie Mitchell. She's been with him every step along the way. So our principal, Jeff Hinton, is going to take Ginger and Jamie Mitchell to midfield right now and honor them with this plaque from Hillcrest High School, making sure that they both understand how much they appreciate not only to the Hillcrest team, but also the whole Hillcrest community.
From there, Coach Mitchell moved on to lead other Mississippi High.
Just a couple other spots that's talking about places Coach Mitchell has been. Spent the majority of his time in Mississippi, winning a state championship at Starkville High School.
In 2012.
Also from there, went to North Little Rock High School, where he won another state title and was also nationally ranked. Spent a year at Shades Valley High School in 2020, and then we're lucky enough to get Coach Jamie Mitchell with the Hillcrest Patriots in 2021. So we can see the video right now. We can see our principal, Jeff Hinton, as we're honoring the Mitchells right on the 50-yard line.
All right. Yes, indeed. And that shot looks great there, Donald. And, boy, how lucky are we to have Coach Mitchell here at Hillcrest and picking up his 30th win at Hillcrest last week.
That's
and
right.
his 250th overall. As we were closing the Hillcrest huddle, yeah, let's give him a big hand. As we were closing the Hillcrest huddle this past Tuesday night, I said to Coach Mitchell, all right, Coach, that's your 250th win. Here's to 250 more.
I hear you. And I'd love for all 250 of those next ones to be right here at Roy Johnson Stadium.
Absolutely. Well, and on the road.
Yeah, that's a good point, Brett. That's a great point. I don't want us to finish 5-5 for the next 100 years or whatever. Good point.
That would be quite a while, yeah. All right, Coach Jamie Mitchell receiving the plaque. And look at the big hug from the big guy.
Also, the whole
Coach
coaching
Mitchell.
staff out there, Brent, honoring him. Team lined up on the 30.
Yeah.
Donald,
If we
get
can
a shot of that team,
the
please.
team over there lined up, witnessing the event.
That's great.
Yeah, this
that's
is awesome.
great.
Great night. Coach Mitchell made it very clear as we talked about this throughout the week that he doesn't look at this about being about him. He just appreciates how blessed he is to have had this career and be with all these players all these years and get to do what he loves.
And we almost had to talk Jamie into this or sneak up and surprise him because he never wants it to be about himself, right? He always wants it to be about the team and his coaching staff. He's adamant about that. But we're super proud to have Jamie Mitchell of his past accomplishments. And like you said, Brent, hopefully another 250 to your end on the road.
Let's see. Let's do the math there. If he were to win 250 more games, never lose another game, I guess that's 25 more years, right?
Well, we got to include the playoffs. Right, so
playoffs.
15
Okay,
at a
wins
time.
15.
Yeah, it only have to be 20 years, right?
18 years or so, something like that.
Yeah, he could do that.
He's got it.
Yeah, and I guess
if he did that, he'd be about Nick Saban's age.
That's not bad. We'll take that.
That's about right.
I mean, he's still,
Isn't Saban about 73?
I think he turned 72 on Halloween.
Okay,
71, 72, 73, something like that.
You thought it was a shot.
No, I didn't take it that way.
No, Brent did.
It
Brent
was
took it as a shot
When have
fired.
you ever said the name Nick Saban and it hasn't been a shot?
It was a fact.
Okay.
No shot fired.
Well, okay, I guess then it's actually possible that he could coach for the next 25 or 20 years or so.
I bet he
18
doesn't.
years and I don't know, get to 250, 500. That's his next goal, 500. Okay, the captains are making their way out onto the field. Captains tonight for the Hillcrest Patriots here at homecoming. Number 36, Douglas Jones. Number 87, Brooks Tennell. Number 4, Jay-Sean Land. And number 8, Jamison Farley. They will meet the Stampede captains out on the field. And now I waited too long and I can't see their numbers because they're being blocked.
I did see an 11.
The Patriots.
I saw
Let's
an
see
11.
if I can see them on the screen. Okay, there's 45, number 45. And this is, of course, the Alabama Credit Union coin toss. Thanks so much to Alabama Credit Union for sponsoring the coin toss. Isn't that clever? You got a bank sponsoring the coin toss.
That's so witty.
I think they should toss credit cards now because nobody uses actual cash anymore. Oh, you're kidding. Okay, so
Is that not plugged in?
Yeah, it is plugged in. We're down to 3% on our video, so we may be losing this.
Enjoy the next 3 minutes.
Enjoy the pregame show. Does it say it's charging, though? Yeah. Kevin, do you know if there's any way to lower the screen output or anything? It's not?
Because you got 25 cables plugged in there.
Okay.
Okay. Well, the good news is Mixlr going strong.
Is it?
And, well,
do we know that it is?
No, I can't speak for Mixlr, actually. Let's look. I'll tell you what. I'll go to Mixlr, and I'll give it a shot.
So let's see. Bryant will receive. I guess Hillcrest won the toss, and Bryant has chosen to receive.
Patriots will kick and defend the north zone.
3%. That's great.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Bob Jones says Mixlr is fine. So, if we lose you, on YouTube Live or NFHS Network, then you can go to Mixlr and at least listen to the game. And I tell you what we'll do is we'll try to charge this thing, and once it gets charged enough, we'll try to come back and get the video stream going again. We'll see how that goes. All right, the Patriots making their way through the smoke. It's time for homecoming 23 in this Class 6A Region 4 game against the Bryant Stampede, a game in which the Patriots can clinch the #1 seed for Class 6A Region 4. So a big game for the Patriots tonight in their attempt to get the second championship of Region 4 in a row. Are you going to talk tonight?
I'm sorry, I thought you were still talking. It was just region championship.
Second one in a row. I don't think we've done that in a few years. What was it?
No, I actually was just looking.
Okay.
I think 16, 17.
That sounds right.
That
sounds like
right.
right at the beginning of the Sam Adams era. I will
Good
look it up
run
as
there.
well.
But the good news is, Brent, we do have a lot of other action going around the state that we'll get to keep up with throughout the night. A lot of exciting games going on for region championships that are being battled throughout Alabama, and they have a lot to do with other playoff matchups, not just our own, but certainly important to us here in Class 6A. Of course, the Hillcrest Patriots will take on the Region 1 4 seed, which currently is the St. Paul's Saints. Thank you, and they take on Blunt tonight. So of course we'll be keeping up with the Matty T. Blunt Leopards and see if St. Paul can dispose of them rather. And then let's see, Theodore, McGill-Tulane,
that's right,
and St. Paul's all have a chance at the 3 and 4 slots down in Class 6A Region 1 in the Mobile area. So
okay, we're ready for the kickoff, the Harwood Real Estate kickoff coming your way. Evan Williams back to doing the kicking duties here again tonight. We're ready to get this one started as Evan prepares his approach. He approaches, toe to leather, and here we go. It's a high kick fielded at about the 7-yard line, up to the 15, past the 20, down to the 25-yard line. So pretty nice return by the Stampede return man, number 26 there, Rashawn Jones, and the Stampede will start there 1st and 10. Of course, this is going to be another one of those difficult games for me because back in the back of my mind, I called those Stampede games for 11 years when I was working there. So it's always difficult in the way that I address the teams from going from one to the other. So we'll see how we do tonight.
Did you guys already talk about the keys to victory?
No, we
did not. We did not.
I just happened to think about that.
Let's go to the keys to victory after this play.
Okay, it sounds good.
Okay. All right. Here's a pass over to the right side, completed to the 30-yard line, to the 35, 36, and that's enough for a first down for the Stampede. All right, let's check out those keys to victory, guys.
Yeah. First of all, whoa. I'm so sorry. All right.
You start, Brad.
Okay. Well, first of all, let's talk about Bryant.
Okay.
For the stand, of course, we have a play here. Well defended by the Patriots. Looks like Jimmy Rice Edison up on the tackle and A.J. Quarles. But for the Stampede, I think for Bryant, you've got to try to. Have you got the keys to victory up? I didn't want to make sure I said something wrong.
No, go ahead. They're right here.
Right now.
Okay.
They're right here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay.
My bad.
All right, yeah. I think if you're Bryant, you've got to compete for the 48 minutes. You can't, just assume that you're going to lose this game just because your record is worse than ours. They've got some really good athletes on the Stampede team. We'll finish those in just a minute.
All right, hold that thought.
Yep.
Here's a pass over to the right side, incomplete at about the 40-yard line on the attempt there by the Stampede quarterback, number 16.
15.
Or 15.
15,
Number
yep.
15, Edwin Merriweather. So that'll make it third down and
not on the
11. Well, it
roster.
happens every week.
Well, I printed a different roster. I went to Max Preps this time, so they're a little more helpful.
Okay, good. All right, go ahead with the keys to victory.
Well, again,
Continuing.
if you are Bryant, you've got to compete for 48 minutes. I think you just kind of sell out. And it's all about just trying to make sure that you go for broke. I think you try to keep the ball away from Hillcrest and just do the best you can, maintaining some sort of rhythm on offense.
So third and long for the Stampede. Let's see if they can maintain this drive. A little screen pass over here to the left side, completed to Tobias, I'm going to guess, Van Horn. And I guess they ruled it incomplete, Coach P. So
Yes,
it did hit the ground. He dropped it, so it's going to be 4th and 11. And the Stampede will be forced to punt.
And really quickly, before Hillcrest takes over with the ball, the Hillcrest keys to victory, number one is to establish some sort of rhythm. I think last week we saw against Bessemer City, they really tried to establish the passing game, try to make Bryson feel a lot more comfortable throwing the ball around. They had a lot more passing plays than they typically do. And then the other important thing for Hillcrest is to try to develop as much depth as possible with these last two games prior to the playoffs.
Cameron McLeod back to punt for Bryant. Nice high spiral. Jamison Farley goes way back, gets hit right before the ball arrives. So that will be interfering with the catch. That means replay. But it's too late now, so don't worry about it. It's fine.
Well, a pretty inauspicious beginning here on the broadcast. But,
Can only go up.
It can only get better.
That's right.
And the good news is Brian only took a
What's our
minute
percentage
17
now?
seconds.
Still 2.
And they didn't score.
I do think we need to mention right there, Jamison waved slightly late on the fair catch, but plenty of time for that Bryant kid not to light him up.
Well,
you could even hear the crowd. You had the groan from the crowd as they were hitting Jamison.
Even so, though, even if he doesn't signal for the fair catch, you have to give him a chance to catch the ball.
Which
he hit him
was
before
far
the ball
from
got
that.
there.
Correct.
All right, so the Patriots.
It's foreshadowing.
10.
That's foreshadowing for tomorrow, I think.
Oh, okay. Patriots 1st and 10 at their own 49, starting out with
Tennessee's
great field
cheap
position
shot Alabama
already. Bryson Kimbrough under center. Takes the snap, the pitch out to Jay Brown around right in. Brown has got the corner, 35-30, 25-20, 15, and down at the 11-yard line. Inside the Centel Home Design red zone, and a Stephen Fikes All-State first down for the Pats.
Little tall sweep. That's been a play. In the past 2 years, I feel like we have talked so much about this team running to the boundary, running to the sideline. They run to the short side of the field a lot. But the new staple run play that I feel like Hillcrest has gone to this year is the tall sweep. And that's really regardless of side. A lot of times they run it to the wide side of the field. But the tall sweep has replaced the boundary run to me.
Bryson Kimbrough under center, takes the snap, quick swing out to the left side, is complete to Caden Smith, and he is in the end zone for the 11-yard touchdown. Touchdown, Patriots. They take the early lead, 6-0 here with 10:24 remaining in the first quarter. Let me say something real quick before you come in on that play. It's about our broadcast. If we go out on YouTube Live, NFHS, it's going to take a minute for us to reconnect and get Mixlr started again. So if you were listening to Mixlr, if you're watching the game on one of our streams, be patient. If the power goes out, check back with us again in about 5 minutes, and we should be back up on Mixlr, just to give you a little warning in advance on what to do in case that happens. Okay, so here we are with the extra point attempt, the Dr. Brandy Patterson extra point attempt coming from Hudson Hall. The snap is down, the placement, the kick is up, and the kick is good. Hillcrest 7, Bryant 0.
Let's go back to the touchdown very quickly. Really nice design by Hillcrest. You had 2 wideouts on the far side of the field, and you only had 2 Bryant defenders. So if you take your guys and say, okay, you've got to win one-on-one matchups, essentially, then we'll take those odds. The toss pass, or the pass to the flats to Caden Smith, and really because of his speed, he only had one defender to beat. But Jamarcus Prince, who is going to be bigger than pretty much any defensive back that he plays against, he had the outside block. Caden outruns his defender, one-on-one, no problem, touchdown Patriots.
Yeah, and I got to say, Caden Smith, if I'm giving out an award for best interview,
Really?
Caden Smith, awesome. Lots of personality, easygoing, had great answers.
Good.
One of those kids, not just a yes sir, no sir guy. He always had something interesting to add to
And I
whatever we
think
were talking
hopefully
about.
that's a young man you'll get to speak to several more times over the rest of this year
And
as well
in coming
as the
years,
next 2 years.
Harwood Real Estate kickoff coming your way from the foot of Hudson Hall once again. No, I'm sorry. Yes, it is Hudson this time, isn't it? I guess they're swapping out. Oh, it's the onside kick. Has it gone 10 yards? Nope, it takes a stampede bounce. So it's down right at the 45.
The ball is still, you're right, Brian, it's still live.
Okay, so it was finally
Ball is
downed, and that will be 1st and 10 for Bryant on the 45. So that one kind of backfired just a little bit there.
Well, they've run that play. That's the 3rd time that they've run that play now. The first 2 times that they've run it have been successful. That time the ball just didn't bounce like you would expect. You're kicking it towards the south end zone, and the ball took a funny hop and bounced back towards the north end zone. But remember, we've said this over the years of this broadcast, that ball is not round. It doesn't bounce true.
And every year that's been true. We've never had a round ball in these games.
And it always takes quirky bounces.
Back in the day, though, the ball was mostly round when the game first started. Not completely, but it was mostly round.
Still took funny bounces.
It was kind of like a melon, All right, 10-16 remaining in the first quarter. Bryant with the ball again. Here's a handoff over right guard. The carry there by Tobias Van Horn. Not far. As a matter of fact, he gets back to about the line of scrimmage and is stopped right there. It'll be 2nd and 10.
I'd like to speak a little bit about melons. You are currently a melon with your bad jokes. Is that a thing?
What does that even mean?
I don't know. I'm just trying to make it fit.
Okay.
Hey, how about this? You can rearrange those letters, and your jokes are like a lemon.
Okay. And you could say
That's the same letters.
You laid an egg on that one. 2nd and 10. Quarterback under center. Edwin Merriweather takes the snap.
Fumble. We got
and
it.
a fumble on the ground, and the Patriots have recovered. Who's got it?
90.
Number 90.
Okay.
Tavion
So it's Tavion Johnson who makes the recovery for the Pats.
From their own 49.
It was a mix-up from the beginning for the Stampede. The running back went one way. The quarterback thought he was going to go another. The ball ends up loose. Tavion Johnson says, I'll make up for the onside kick gone awry. And Hillcrest ends up with it regardless.
All right. You two call this, okay?
Okay, great. Hillcrest marches on the field with 5 offensive linemen. So far, I'm so sorry.
And
That's
a quarterback.
And what?
Well, I know.
All right, Bryson in shotgun set. Jay-Sean Land off to his left. Twins on either side, but they're in a tight formation. Shotgun back to Bryson. He throws to his left. It's incomplete. Jamarcus Prince is the intended target on a short out route. And, of course, that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
One thing Jamarcus did there, Brad, that when I spoke to the coaching staff this week, they wanted Bryson to be more decisive, to just trust himself on some plays.
Yeah.
Even if it resulted in mistakes, they said Bryson being so intelligent at times hinders him because he thinks too much instead of just trusting his athleticism.
I can see that. Shotgun set again. Twins to the near side. Shamar Moore goes from motion. This to the near side. Bryson on the run and is tackled nicely by Zay Hall, the outside linebacker from Bryant. A very short gain will bring up 3rd and 9 for the Patriots.
Yeah, somebody missed a block early. I'm not sure if it was the running back or one of the linemen tight end tackle, because defensive end bust through that line and was able to get to Bryson before he even really established the fake.
Yeah, similar blocking scheme as the tall sweep, but just not blocked quite as efficiently. Good call, Brian. Shotgun again, this time Jay Sean to Bryson's right side. Shamar in motion again. The snap in shotgun to Bryson. Bryson looks to his right. He gets Caden Smith across to the 40-yard line, and that will be enough for a Hillcrest first down. Again, Stephen fakes All-State first down as Hillcrest takes the ball down to the 38-yard line. And Brent, back to you.
Yeah, and Caden Smith becoming the favorite receiver of Bryson Kimbrough here over the past couple of games.
Yeah, I mean, you've got two really good options. Bryson likes Jamarcus and Caden, and what's not to like, guys? Those two guys are good-looking young men and really big wide receivers for the high school game, both at about 6'2", 6'3".
All right, great to see Caden developing late in the season as we get ready for the playoffs as well and becoming more a part of the offense. Here's the snap and the option keeper, and Bryson passes it on the option, and Jay Sean Land is gone. 5 and touchdown. What a play by the Pats. Bryson Kimbrough, as you see here on the replay, he's about to go down on the option play, and instead of pitching the ball, he pretty much just passes it overhand, way over to the left to Jay Sean Land, and Land takes it into the end zone.
Nicely done there. It looked like it was going to be a tackle for a loss or at least no gain, but then Bryson's strength and size just was able to make up for it, Brent. So nicely done. And, of course, Jay Sean had that blocker down the field, looked to be Jamarcus Prince.
Right. Dr. Brandy Patterson, a Brookwood Women's Center extra point attempt, and this one's going to be a keeper. Jamison Farley tries to complete it there to his tight end on the right side. And of course, that's Jackson Henderson, but it's batted down at the line of scrimmage. Incomplete, no good. Score remains 13-0 Patriots with 8 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
It looked like Colson was open. It just looked like the Bryant defender made a better play.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought Jamison had Colson. If he could have maybe lofted it over the defender.
Yeah, Brad, either that or a pump fake to be able to get him off his feet, let him land, and then throw that pass on a little more of a rope.
If that were me, I would have tapped the R1 button for pump fake and then thrown the triangle for the crossing route.
If that was me, if I was on this team, I'd have done a great job on the sideline climbing. Because there's no way Coach Jamie Mitchell would put me in the game.
You got that right. I'll tell you what, I certainly wouldn't have been on the field either. I would have been a great cheerleader.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you.
She's already been trained. All right, here we go with the Harwood Real Estate kickoff coming from Evan Williams this time as they've been alternating. Evan with a high, deep kick, fielded at the 2. No, it bounces off the Bryant receiver, bounces into the end zone, and then once it crosses that plane, it becomes down at the 20-yard line. It's a touchback.
Certainly a little bit of miscommunication there by the Bryant kids. Hey, I got it, you take it. That kind of thing.
Well, I think they were surprised with the depth Evan got on that because, like Brent said, it had great hang time, and it landed about the 4 or 5 yard line. It even surprised Bryant and us.
Joshua Hines and Braylon Gray, the deep backs for Bryant there, not able to make a clean play, and, of course, benefited from the touchback, and they'll take over at the 20.
All right, so here we go. 1st and 10, Bryant. A quick deficit for the Stampede already at 13-0, 7:58 remaining in the first quarter. The quarterback, Edwin Merriweather, takes the snap. Screen pass over here complete to the right side to his running back, Brandon Gooden. Nowhere to go for Brandon, though, as he's hemmed in right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe lose a half yard. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Anybody recognize the name Brandon Gooden?
I believe BG spent his freshman year and maybe his sophomore year as playing in the home side for the Hillcrest Patriots.
He is definitely a former Patriot. So glad to see he's doing well, getting some good playing time over there for the Stampede.
Man, I believe BG's a 2-sport star over there. I believe he's was also on the baseball diamond also.
I could see that. Good kid.
Very good kid.
Edwin Merriweather, the quarterback in shotgun formation. Running back flank to his left, man comes in motion from right to left, whistles, and it looks like Bryant has called a timeout. So we will take a break here at this timeout. Your score, Hillcrest 13, Bryant nothing, 7:09 remaining in the first. Back after this on the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network.
Angel, you figure.
55 years of blood, sweat, and tears, we rolled into one. Hand tossed in a homemade sauce. Well, they did something nobody's done. It's a late night itching, a game day tradition. It's Sunday after church. From Tennessee to Florida, Mississippi to Georgia, we keep putting our chicken first, and it's golden fried, made with pride. It's the chicken people speaking since 65. It's Guthrie's, Guthrie's, Guthrie's chicken.
And we're back here at Roy Johnson Stadium. Patriots leading 13-0, 7:09 remaining. Here we go, 1st and 10 for the Stampede as they start at their, and I'm sorry, 2nd and 10 after they had a loss on first down. Here's a completion over to the left side to the running back Tobias Van Horn. Minimal gain to about the 25-yard line, so it'll be 3rd down and 5.
Nice job.
Stampede.
Nice job by that Hillcrest defense.
Adds up to 6 yards. 3rd down and 5.
Something I'm really excited about, guys, and look, this is obviously not a slight on any team or any sort of season that we've had. Obviously a wonderful season so far, but the playoffs is in the air.
Yep.
It's in the air.
Can't wait.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, I can't wait. All right. Quarterback Merriweather in an empty set takes the snap, slings this one out to the right side, complete, but he's got nowhere to go after the screen pass is completed. As the Patriots' big number 94, Tyler Taylor, is there ready for that one. It's actually a loss of a yard on the play. It'll be 4th down and 6.
Big Tyler Taylor.
Hillcrest really strong. Remember, not only is Hillcrest really good defensively in class or in this region, but also statewide. Hillcrest is number 1 in points given up per game in 6A. They're also, that's exactly what I was about to say, they're number 3 in the entire state.
And one of those teams ahead of them is an AISA team.
Well,
here's a squib missed punt, but it bounces high and is fielded by Jay-Sean Land, but he's got nowhere to go as he will struggle forward for about 4 yards. Nice return, carrying a guy on his back into Stampede territory at the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Pats there.
I've got some great statistics here.
So this would be the Guthrie stat line.
Yeah, bring it on, Guthrie's.
All right, Guthrie stat line, yes, go.
And so Hillcrest has given up a total of 38 points for the entire year.
Yeah.
They've given up 4.8 points per game, only bested by 2 4A teams, actually. Montgomery Catholic has given up 18 total for 2.3 points per game, and Jackson from Washington County has only given up 27 points in total.
All of those are very impressive.
But now look, here's the thing. Jackson's given up 27, but they played 2 fewer games. Now, their average is still lower than ours, but we're at 4.8, they're 4.5.
Gotcha.
But we are the number 1 team in 6A.
Awesome. Here goes Shamar Moore in motion. Bryson back to pass, pump fakes, rolls out to his right, being pressured, and completes this one to Caden Smith. Once again, Caden Smith on the right side moves it down to the 37-yard line. So that's a nice pickup of about 8 on the scramble and then completion by Bryson Kimbrough to Caden Smith. It'll be 2nd down and 2. 5:19 remaining in the first quarter. Hillcrest up at homecoming 23, 13-0. Oh, but there's going to be a holding call against Hillcrest, so that big completion there will be negated. And instead of 2nd down and 1, it's going to be 1st down and 20, as the new line of scrimmage will be the Patriots' 44-yard line.
One of the interesting things, and we've all talked about this statistic throughout the years or throughout the season with the number of points that we've given up, right?
Yeah.
And so when we talk about the number of points, we compare it to other schools that we feel like are very good football teams. And we'll talk about that in a second because I certainly want to mention that.
Bryson under center, I formation behind him. Jay Brown is the deep back. He takes the handoff, but here are flags. Pre-snap penalty here. It's going to be a false start against Hillcrest, so back them up 5 yards. Boy, I tell you, if that happens 4 or 5 times tonight, Coach Mitchell is going to be beside himself. He was not happy last week after all those pre-snap penalties that happened.
So in Class 6A, just to finish that thought very quickly.
Sure.
The number 1 team, of course, Hillcrest, 4.75 points per game. The state has it at 4.8. Clay Chalkville comes in at number 2 with 8.1 points per game.
Also
and then
impressive.
number 3, 11.6 points per game is the Saraland Spartans. But they also lead the state in points scored.
Right.
Yeah.
Here's an empty set for Bryson. Shamar Moore comes in motion. Bryson takes the snap, swings this one out quickly to Jamarcus Prince on the left side. Jamarcus moves it upfield very quickly and into Stampede territory to the 48-yard line. So a nice pickup of about 10 yards. Well, let's call it 8 yards, and it'll be second down and about 12.
Yeah, and you can see that Jamarcus, well, I don't know. I think you can see. Whatever the case is, Jamarcus is coming off the field because his helmet came off on the far side.
Okay.
So almost back to the original chains, but it is second and long.
So Hillcrest will call a timeout, but we'll keep it here. 4:31 remaining in the first quarter. Do you want to talk about some of the games that you have for the RSV Design scoreboard update that we're going to be following tonight?
Yeah, Coach P and I have kind of perused the state. By the way, thanks again to Jason Tidwell Paint and Body, for sponsoring our timeouts tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Jason. I have a Jason story here in just a few minutes. If you want to go ahead.
I know you always have. You've had some interesting
This
car
was not
issues.
me.
Yeah.
This is great though. Do you want to go ahead and tell me?
Let's talk about the
All right,
scores real quick. We'll talk about some scores and then you come back to it.
Okay.
But I know that Brian and I, just before we'll be watching Oxford Clay Chalkville. We know we've got Carver of Montgomery versus Sidney Lanier. And then, of course, some of the other teams we've got in Class 6A Region 1 with Theodore, McGill, St. Paul's, Spanish Fort. We'll be watching those teams, but also Thompson County Highest tonight.
Oh, that's right.
So we'll be checking that one out. But go ahead, tell your story.
Okay, so you know I did this show recently, Something Rotten with the Actors Charitable Theater.
Yes.
And a girl that was in the show was leaving rehearsal. She had an accident, okay? And she came up to rehearsal the next day and she was saying, gosh, I can't find any body shops that'll take us in. I said, you call Jason Tidwell, he'll take care of you. And she called him and he was like, yeah, I'll let you in. Come on. You're friends with Brent Jones. You come on.
I was about to say, did he say, do you know Brent Jones? Because I'm only letting you in if you do.
I told her to drop my name.
You should have.
And she did, and he took care of her.
It's worth at least $100. I was just thinking of pricing. Like, I'm sure she got an estimate, and whenever she said Brent Jones, then she probably got the price jacked up by $100.
By $100.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
If you know that guy, it's going to cost you more, right? But point being, Jason took care of her.
Oh, that is not a shot. But you know,
and she was thrilled with the work he did, too.
Well, all jokes aside, he's taking good care of you personally because of some of the things that have happened to you, interestingly enough.
That's true. I mean, it's great to have somebody like him to take such good care of you and do such great work, but it's not great to bang up the car.
Yeah,
you know?
but I am so thankful that you're good because there was one really scary incident.
Well, it was a truck that flew at my face while I was sitting in an
you were sitting at a
intersection.
light,
That was
and
scary.
then you ended up being
That was
fine,
very
obviously,
scary.
but thank goodness for that.
All right, back to action, 2nd and 12 for the Patriots. Bryson Kimbrough in shotgun formation. He'll do the quarterback keeper up the middle. Nice pickup of about 5 to the 44, but Stampede says there is a fumble on the play, and yes, indeed, there is, and Bryant has recovered.
One of the things that we've had a lot of success with this football team, but I don't remember a whole lot of turnovers. I mean, how many times have we turned the ball over this year, guys?
It seems like it's been a lot more lately, though. It seems like early
I
on,
remember Bryson had, two picks
last week, and then maybe one before the week before. It just seems like we've had as many this week in the last 2 weeks
as we've had
as we did the previous 5 weeks, though.
And, that's the kind of thing that can be a result of kind of losing focus.
Most definitely.
Because the competition isn't that great, so You just kind of go through the motions a little bit. You don't do things like ball security.
That really frustrates Coach Mitchell, Coach Guy, that whole offensive staff.
Sure. I know it's got to be hard for those kids, though. Here's the snap. Merriweather back to pass, throwing it down the left side, and this one is caught at the 29, inside the 20, all the way down to the 15-yard line. Kamari Patton finally brings the receiver down right there, but that's going to be a big pickup and a first down inside the Centel Home Design red zone for the Stampede.
Well, one of the things that we talked about before the game as a key to victory was development of depth and a rhythm. And I was thinking about these are situations like the turnover, the quick transition from defense to offense to defense. You got to be ready for those things, so at least there's an opportunity to be prepared for the playoffs for that sort of scenario.
Edwin Merriweather in shotgun formation. New line of scrimmage, the 15-yard line. Merriweather hands it off up the middle. That's Brandon Gooden, and he moves it forward 5 yards to the 10. Second down and 5 from the 10.
Bryant showing some pretty good offensive line play. Look, and if you guys will notice with me, that offensive line for Bryant, you've got the big number 66 down here, Kenneth Gray. He's a really lengthy player. Really long arms, listed up at 6'4". I mean, he's a little bit underweight as far as a big tackle might be, but his size looks good.
Merriweather under center this time. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, slings this one to the corner of the end zone, and it is incomplete, but through the hands of the receiver. Number 4, Joshua Hines was there to get it, but he couldn't quite haul it in.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. Give credit to Edwin Merriweather because I thought he put that ball right on the money.
Sure did.
And that should have been a completion for Bryant. That was certainly catchable ball, and the kid was open. Barkley Crawford in coverage, maybe a step late, and Bryant just wasn't able to complete that pass. Certainly looked like it was there for the taking.
Yeah, it looked like he could have just reached out and hauled that one in pretty easily. All right, so third down and about 5 for the Stampede from the 10-yard line. Merriweather back to pass, slings this one over to the left side. It's caught there by number 13, Braylon Gray, but he'll be tackled at the 5. That's short of the first down. Actually, they'll bring him down at the 6. It's 4th and 1. I don't think there's much doubt about what the Stampede will do in this situation.
No way, you've got to go for it here. If you're Bryant, how many times is Bryant going? I mean, obviously, we feel like Bryant's not going to have the ball at the 5-yard line very often. You've got to take opportunity, or you've got to take the advantage, take the chance here, rather.
So big 4th and 1 for the Stampede. Merriweather under center, slings it off to the right side, and it bounces off the receiver Joshua Hines.
They call a timeout.
Oh, they did, really? Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, what a strange sequence of events.
Well, here's
right
the
there.
interesting thing. Our coaches are trying to call timeout. The line judge on the near side looks at our coaches, doesn't grant them the timeout, and then their side gets the timeout.
So the clock was really still
crazy.
ran also.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That play happened. Everybody up here thought it happened. Even the clock operator thought it happened.
I didn't hear any whistles.
Neither did I.
Well, I tell you, it was one of those situations where it was fortunate for Hillcrest that it was incomplete because the ball was just rifled a little bit too hard for Hines to handle, and it bounced off his helmet, his shoulder pads, but then it was unfortunate for Hillcrest after we discovered that Bryant had gotten a timeout before the play happened.
Yeah, and the interesting thing too is I feel like Bryant had a spot where they could have been successful right there. And I think
that was a good call.
Yeah, I thought so too. Mm-hmm. And I think the Hillcrest coaches were kind of on their heels on the play call, thinking we got to stop this. They weren't able to get it. Bryant, I feel like, was in a good spot, and then they took the timeout.
Right. But they're glad they did now, right?
Well, yeah, we are.
So here we are back at 4th and 1. Shotgun formation. Oh, yes.
No.
And the running back takes the direct snap, or is that Merriweather? That was Merriweather. The quarterback takes the direct snap and just sticks his head into the line, but he doesn't even get to the line of scrimmage as he loses about 3 yards. Great job by the Pats. Did you see who that was?
I was about to say, was that Matthew Walker?
I did not see as well, though, but it looked like I know Matthew Walker came off the sideline to join the play as well, though, before the snap.
Whatever the place is, or whatever the case, whatever the place. Wow.
The place is Roy Johnson
Is it
Stadium.
homecoming week? Whatever the case is, I saw the defensive staff of Hillcrest get really excited. You know, that's another situation. You want to have lots of scenarios that you get to experience before you get into the playoffs. How will we react whenever this happens? That's a great opportunity for us to do that.
Sure was. All right, so 1st and 10 for the Pats from the 8.5-yard line. Bryson under center with a toss sweep to Jay Brown. Jay makes a cut around the outside, 15, 20, and that is enough for the first down, a pickup of about 15 yards, and it will be a Stephen Fikes All-State first down for the Pats.
Guys, that's the toss sweep that I'm talking about earlier. That is the bread and butter of this offense for right now. You know, I can't state enough, the last 2 seasons when Ethan Crawford was the quarterback, we saw so many short side of the field runs or to the boundary. And then the toss sweep is so effective, but Hillcrest is running it not only to the boundary, but they're also running it to the field. That time to the boundary, but both ways.
But you're right, quite often to the boundary. They do love that. Empty set now, and this is Caden Smith in at quarterback. Caden, with his quick feet, cuts around the edge, gets it up to the 28-yard line. Nice pickup of 12 there, and enough for a Stephen Fikes All-State first down.
Again to the boundary. Again to the boundary, guys. Look, by the way, I don't have an official statistic on this, but from the Guthrie's stat line point of view, we have got to be dominating time of possession in this first quarter.
Oh, for sure.
With 1:47 left to play in the quarter, I feel like we've had it for about 9 minutes.
That's very difficult, especially since we kicked off.
Yes.
Yeah, true. All right, Bryson Kimbrough back in the game in shotgun, takes the snap, hands it off on the sweep to Shamar Moore. Shamar with some blockers out front, 50, 45, cuts it back toward the middle of the field, now back toward the sideline, 35, 30, 25, and down to the 23-yard line goes Shamar Moore on the nifty run.
Who is that? That looks like Rylan Bell. A little shaken up on the far side. He was the lead blocker from his left guard position who had gotten out in front. Done a really good job with his hustle down the field to help Shamar pick up such good yardage. He was shaken up, but he looks like he's coming up under his own power. So hopefully he'll be okay.
And hobbling a little bit, but hopefully he's all right.
I think he probably got stepped on a little bit. It looks like his ankle, obviously way too early to tell from this angle. But
from this ankle,
it was his ankle.
1:35 remaining in the first quarter. Patriots after the big run by Shamar Moore in good shape once again at the 24-yard line of Bryant. Here's the snap. Bryson back to pass, looking over to his right, and off the fingertips of Jackson Henderson as he stretched out for it, but couldn't quite haul it in at about the 10.
I thought Jackson, you know, it's a good one-on-one ball for him.
Second down and 10.
He's got the guy by 3 or 4 inches, and Jackson just wasn't able to come up with it. Just a tough play, wasn't able to make it. But I like the fact it
would have been a great catch.
It would have been a great catch. I totally agree. It would have been a fabulous catch.
All right, so second down and 10 now for the Pats. I formation, the snap, the handoff to Jay Brown over right tackle. He bullies his way forward inside the 20, down to the 18, the Centel Home Design red zone. And it will be third down and about 5 for the Pats.
Pretty good blocking up front. I can see the homecoming king has gotten into the action. Grady Hinton.
How about that? We got the king and the principal here in the same place.
Hey, that's right. And we have a prince and the king on the same side of the ball.
Jamarcus, right.
Yeah.
We got all kinds of royalty here tonight, don't we?
Yeah, that's right.
Maybe at halftime show we should play some Queen music.
Yeah, maybe so.
Bryson Kimbrough under center. The toss sweep to Jay Brown. He cuts it upfield. He's at the 15, the 10, the 5, and he fumbles it. Looks like Jay is able to get back on it, though. But you guys are right. You're jinxing them. You're causing these fumbles. Talking about them.
If I want to get a jinx in, I want it tonight. Because I don't want to jinx anybody beyond tonight. And that has nothing to do with Bryant. I'm saying let's get our jinxes out of the way before any playoff run hopefully happens.
I'm sure ball security is going to be a topic at practice next week.
Well, it should be.
Under a minute now, down to 33 seconds and counting. First and goal for the Patriots at the 9.5-yard line. They cannot get a first down here before scoring. Here's Ja'Shawn Land with a quick hitter over left guard. He moves it down to the 6. It'll be second and goal, and that's going to be probably the last play of the first quarter. Yes, I believe it will be. So we'll take a break with our score. Hillcrest 13, Bryant nothing. We're back after this. This is the Hillcrest.
Wait a second before we go. There's going to be
Oh, we need to stay?
I think we do.
Okay.
I think we do.
Young man who did the flyover right now.
Okay, let's do it. All right, we're staying here. We're staying here. Okay. All right, guys, talk to us about what's going on here.
Yeah, they're going on the north end zone. The north 25, we have the flyover support group.
And real quick, Brad, we look at those, a couple of those. The lead is a 2014 young man named Riley Nix. And he brought his whole crew, and they left Valdosta about 10 this morning. Captain Riley Nix, Captain Peyton Wilkie, Captain Jacob Bach, and Airman First Class Jacob Harton.
Yeah.
This is the same crew that we're doing the flyover at the University of Alabama game tomorrow versus Tennessee. So Riley is a 2014 graduate, and we're very proud of him. We're going to try to get this shot on the Jumbotron as well. But here we go.
Okay, here we go.
20-yard line in the north end zone. Tonight we are privileged to have the pilots and support crew of the A10C flyover of Hillcrest High School.
These are the guys, if you're at Bryant Denny tomorrow, they'll be flying over you, making a lot of noise.
And the Tennessee Volunteers at Bryant Denny Stadium. Welcome to the stadium this evening, Captain Peyton Wilkie from Denver, Colorado. Captain Jacob Bach from Memphis, Tennessee. Airman First Class Jacob Harden from Silver
Tennessee.
Springs, Maryland. And the way he used to be, Riley Nix moving the sticks, Hillcrest High School's very own Captain Riley Nix.
Yeah.
Go Captain Nix. Yes, sir.
These crew members are from the 23rd Fighter Group, which directs supplying and maintenance operations
Here it is.
for the United States Air Force largest A-10C fighter group, consisting of 2 combat-ready A-10C squadrons and an operations support squadron. Please join us in a huge round of applause for the crew of the A-10 and the Patriots' very own Captain Riley Nix.
All right.
Riley.
Back to action on the field. Bryson Kimbrough under center takes the snap. Handoff to Jay Brown over left tackle. Jay fights his way forward for a couple of yards, down to about the 3-yard line. It'll be third and goal. They'll mark him at the 4. Third and goal from the 4. So Riley, good quarterback, huh?
Great quarterback.
He
Riley
finished the year before I got here.
Exactly right. He was a quarterback, heck of a baseball player. Before injuries, kind of shortened his college career. He played a couple years at the Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs.
Nice.
Played both sports.
Nice. Bryson Kimbrough under center on third and goal. The snap, the handoff to Jay Brown. Ducks his head down under, but he cannot get the touchdown. He's stopped at about the 1.5. Well, it'll be really close to the 2, so it's going to be fourth and goal from the 2. This is one of those situations to practice in.
I was just about to say, I really like this. Not only that, Brent, but you've got first and goal to go. You got 4 plays. We know we got to score the touchdown, and of course now it's fourth down. No, I meant that you have a situation.
You had it earlier.
Right. And so now you've got the fourth down, and you want to score the touchdown because that's a situation you got to put yourself in.
All right, so Bryson under center, I formation. The snap, Bryson drops the ball. Fumble.
Sean Franklin recovers
Hillcrest recovers it, but short of the goal line. So Bryant with the goal line stand on Hillcrest from first and goal. They stop them at the 2, recover the ball at the 1, and it's going to be first down for the Stampede.
If you're talking about one thing that this team has got to work on for sure, well, tonight it's ball security.
Yeah, for sure.
That's 3 fumbles already.
Tonight.
So we have 2 that have been recovered by the Patriots, but certainly, I mean, you got 3 fumbles. So hopefully we can point that out to the coaches because they'll probably need us to point out.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure they have not noticed at all.
And in the pep rally competition,
10:42 remaining in the first half. Hillcrest up 13-0. They moved the ball up and down the field, but haven't been able to get it in the end zone very much. Just a couple of times. Had a couple of other opportunities come up short. Merriweather back to pass, completes this one. No, it's bobbled and dropped at about the 13-yard line to the receiver there, Zavante Perkins.
Second down.
Yeah, I thought he should have had that one.
Oh,
Another good ball by
he heard
Merriweather.
Footsteps.
Look, I will say, so far, Merriweather's been a pretty good player.
Yeah, for sure.
He hasn't had a whole lot of help, though. You know, he hasn't completed a lot of tosses, but he certainly put them in the hands of his receivers.
Yeah.
So credit to him.
Agreed.
And you've got to keep him positive back there because he's certainly making some pretty good plays. Love to see a safety here. What about you boys?
That'd be nice.
Yep.
Second down from the 2. Merriweather will just keep it on the quarterback sneak, maybe a yard or so.
Gain of a yard, second down.
So it'll be third down and about 9.
I think Bryant may have hurt us because that was just a sneak to give themselves some room to work.
A little bit of breathing room, yeah.
Yep. Certainly trying to avoid a safety there of the Stampede.
Hey, I want to give an update on our power situation.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Thanks to Kevin Thomas. He gave us a good charger for our streaming box, the YOLO box, and we're stuck at 1%, but we have been for about 45 minutes now. So hopefully we can make it through the...
Speaking of jinxes.
Okay. Here's Merriweather back passing. Oh, my goodness, a pick 6 was in the hands of Evan Williams, but he lets it go through his hands, incomplete.
Guys,
tough luck there, Evan.
The collective sound by the crew to say, oh!
And the entirety of the crowd.
Golly. I'll tell you what.
Look at it on the replay. Evan's like, oh, yeah, I got this one. Oh, no.
And, we're joined in the broadcast booth by some real clowns tonight. The Ridgeways and Lovelaces have let their kids run amok. But here we go. Somebody's phone has been discovered.
Oh, my goodness.
So thank you, girls.
Somebody needs to clean their phone a little bit there.
Oh, my gosh, yes.
They need to charge it, too.
Yeah, well, don't talk to me about charging. This punt goes, oh, what a catch by Jamison Farley over his shoulder, and he's got a nice little return down to the 31-yard line. Say, hey, Willie Mays on that one.
That's the 32-yard line.
That made me think, hey, Coach, what'd you think about my basket catch? Just don't
Watch
ever
this
do it
on the
again.
replay. Watch this.
Don't ever do it again.
Wow, that's nice.
Nicely done. It did probably save about a good 30 yards.
Oh, and then he had a great return
that's what I'm
after
saying.
it. Yeah.
So he saved the 10 to 15 that he loses if he doesn't catch that, plus the 15 that he gets on the return.
Yeah.
So probably 20 to 30 yards on the net.
Yeah.
And let me save the broadcast real quick and give you RSV Design's score updates.
This one.
Hewitt Trustville leading 14-7 over Spain Park. We have latest. We also have Theodore leading McGill-Tulin 7-0.
That's the one we're watching.
It is, and Clay Chalkville leads Oxford 7-0 at the end of the first quarter.
I've also got Hoover and Chelsea tied at 0.
Oh, my God. Well, here's the snap and a sweep to Caden Smith, and he's got room around the edge, and Kevin is at the 20-15-10-5, and touchdown Caden Smith, as Caden Smith is quickly becoming a superstar on this Patriot football team.
Yeah, nicely done. He's also showed some wheels there. If you'll notice, once he got outside in the free space, Brent kind of kicked into turbo as he really pulled away from everybody after Bryant wasn't able to bring him down. But it also didn't appear that Bryant had anybody that could catch him once he was able to get into some open space. That's right.
All right, here is the Dr. Brandy Patterson of Brookwood Women's Health Center extra point attempt coming your way. Hudson Hall makes his way onto the field. 19-0 your new score. Patriots over Stampede with 9:42 remaining in the first half. The snap from Colson Free, the hold by Jamison Farley, the kick from Hudson Hall. They call him Triple H, and it's good.
Nicely done.
20-0 Patriots over Stamps. Pats over Stamps.
Pat, yeah. Again, RSV, it gets me fired up by these scores getting close to the playoffs.
Let's go.
RSV Designs. Coach B, earlier before the game we talked about Oakman and Gordo. A little shock for me, but currently the Wildcats of Oakman 10. Gordo, nothing.
Oh, that is a bit of a shock.
Yes.
I think it's a little bit of a shock, but Oakman's undefeated this year. So it's not a game that's completely out of reach. Gordo's a typical powerhouse, and Oakman's not. That's a good effort and a heck of a season so far by Oakman.
But those Wildcats on my old stomping grounds up in Walker County.
Speaking of your old stomping grounds, I believe Northside is playing Dora tonight.
That's exactly right, and I expect the Dora Bulldogs to get dirty.
I do too.
Yeah.
I have a Dora story.
Do you really?
Here in just a minute, yeah.
All right, let's hear it.
Well, I'll give it to you here in just a minute. Okay. We got the Kim Harwood Real Estate.
What was your Spain Park Hewitt score? I'm so sorry.
14-7 Spain Park.
I got 21-7 Spain Park. That's crazy.
Here's the kick from Evan Williams. It's high, and this one a little bit shorter, fielded at the 15-yard line, up to the 20, the 25, the 30, 35, and all the way down to the 39-yard line. So a nice little return there for the Stampede, and pretty good field position starting at the 39-yard line after the speedy James Freeman of the Stampede makes a nice little return.
Another score.
Okay, wait.
We'll be
I got to give you my Dora story, okay?
Please.
I have to give a shout out.
Give me a story about Dora.
I have to give a shout out to a friend of mine named Dora.
Oh, that's not the same kind of story.
No, but this is a good story. This is a good story.
Okay, sure.
Dora Alexander. She's.
Oh, I know her.
Do you really?
Yes.
How do you know her?
Because she's family with a bunch of Hillcrest people.
She's family with the Friths, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, well, I'll continue here in just a minute.
Please do.
Here's another pass going through the hands of the receiver, Braylon Gray. The receiver's really not doing quarterback Merriweather any favors tonight. That one would have been a pickup of at least 8-9 yards, maybe 10 and a first down, went through his hands. But anyway, Dora Alexander, glad you know her, because Dora has done some theater with me.
Okay.
And I happened to see her the other night. I was going to see a show at the Bama Theater, and she was taking tickets, and she said, I just love listening to y'all. She said, it's better than any comedy show that's on TV.
Well, that's great.
So I told her that I would give her a shout out here tonight.
Well,
so shout is out to you, Dora.
Well, she used to actually do some embroidery work for the Hillcrest tennis team way back a long time ago. Yes, so thank you.
All right, Merriweather back to pass after the play action pass and incomplete. It's on target, maybe a little bit behind Braylon Gray at about the 48-yard line of Hillcrest, but a very catchable ball. And again, Merriweather's got to be frustrated with these receivers here tonight.
Okay, statistically, I think that probably has to count as a drop.
Yeah, I would agree.
He gets both hands
had the
on the ball.
opportunity.
Yeah. So Merriweather, I'm going to say he's probably got 5 drops. What did you say? 4 or 5? Yeah.
4 or 5.
I mean, he's thrown several balls that are right on target, and the Bryant kids just can't come up with them.
Oh, but there's a penalty against Bryant as well. Did you happen to see what that penalty was?
It looked like it was holding.
Holding.
Play brings up second down.
Okay, so holding against the Stamps will back it up to the 29.
Mr. Thomas said that he used 2 hands. That said like pass interference. Oh, okay, I got you.
What's that?
He was trying to describe something for us. It was not about the penalty.
Okay.
Sorry.
Strange trips formation to the right. Merriweather takes the snap, rolls out to his right.
Oh,
this one is through the hands of A.J. Quarles. He almost made a great interception there at about the 38-yard line, but it falls incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 20.
That's the second time that one of the Hillcrest linebackers has nearly had an interception.
Yeah, but that one was a little bit more difficult than the one.
But it was still, hands on the ball, getting really close.
Any idea why the clock's running?
No.
I don't have any idea.
But it is.
Yeah, it's a good point. I don't know. Maybe they decided to do a hot clock. Surely
and now it's going again. All right, 4 wide receivers here to the near side of the field, 1 to the far side on the left. Merriweather being pressured.
Hey!
A.J. Quarles able to reel this one in at about the 30, and A.J. will take it for a pick 6 for the Pats. Touchdown, Patriots, on the interception return of about 30 yards. A.J. Quarles here with 8:18 remaining in the first half. Pats up 26-0. You didn't get that one on that last play.
There is a flag on the 17 far side.
What if it's a block on the return?
It may be. I'm thinking, it's a little like a blindside block against the Hillcrest Patriots.
So A.J. won't get his pick 6, but he does get the interception, and the Pats will have the ball in good field position.
We only need 3 tries to get 1 interception. So if you continue to give us chances, we're going to capitalize on 33% of those chances.
That French fry in your mouth really added to the quality of that comment.
Stop it. Hashtag Pogo.
We'll bring it back to the 32-yard line.
Goodness gracious. And they're cold now. They were so good warm.
Yeah.
But I was trying to stay focused. Now I'm not as focused. And by the way, my Pepsi, it's not going to refill itself, Britt. I'm just kidding.
All right, so that'll move the line of scrimmage to the 32-yard line, but it'll be 1st and 10. I know A.J.'s got to be a little bit upset about that because I think the blindside block didn't help at all on the return. Have to see that one on film. Here's Bryson going for the jugular across the middle to Jamarcus Prince. Caught at the 7. Touchdown, Patriots. 33 yards from Bryson Kimbrough to Jamarcus Prince, and now it's 26-0.
That's a really good throw from Bryson. You know, it didn't require any sort of touch. It was just a laser post route right over the middle of the field. The interesting thing was Bryant had no safety help whatsoever. Just a post, one-on-one coverage. Where was the Bryant safety? That had to be a blown call.
It was a great catch by Jamarcus, too, because the pass was a little bit low, but he reached right down there with his hands, scooped it up a little bit below waist level, and ran on into the end zone. Hudson Hall on for the extra point attempt. Thanks to Dr. Brandy Patterson for sponsoring all of our extra points and field goals. Here's the placement. The kick is up. Kick is good. 27-0 Patriots. 8:12 remaining in the first half.
Hey, if Hudson, by the way, Hudson's done a really good job as our place kicker this year, but I've got 2 candidates for replacement if anything happens to the old Triple H.
Okay, what?
Okay, I got Lexi Seegers on the soccer team.
Most definitely.
And Amari, what's Amari's last name? Can't think of Amari's last name.
Johnson?
Oh, she's a 10th grader. Anyway,
she kicked it from 30 yesterday, and then I think it was a little wide.
Patriot games?
Yes.
From Patriot games. And
they were awesome.
Now, there's a rumor, though. Lexi was practicing on Wednesday and hit one from 40. That's unconfirmed. But I teach Lexi and a young woman that was out there with her, and they said she barely cleared the upright from 40, though.
Nice. If either one of them were to join the Patriot football team, they would become the 2nd female kicker
Madeline McCracken.
in Patriot history. Right, Madeline McCracken back in about 2017,
Feels
18,
right, maybe a little more.
there.
Yeah, 2018, somewhere in 2019, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, it's
touchdown.
Amari Johnson.
Amari Johnson.
Amari Johnson. I just wanted to make sure I gave her due because she really did. She and Lexi both kicked it really well, along with freshman Peyton Racker.
All of them better than senior Jackson
Yeah, Jackson Poe, the senior tennis
Harwood
player.
Real Estate kickoff.
Stick to tennis, Jackson.
And it is a high short one fielded at about the 13. And the tackle made at about the 26 after the return there by Braylon Gray.
Don't worry about it, 5-man crew.
What happened?
Did you guys see? It was Barkley Crawford was grabbed by the center of his jersey, spun around pirouette style, and no flag. But I mean, it did happen right in the middle of the field, where only all 5 officials could see.
That's not enough.
But if you have this 7-man crew, remember, you're going to have a 7-man crew for that.
Why do we have a 5-man crew as opposed to 7 tonight?
Because it's cheaper.
Okay, that's a good answer.
Well, it is.
If it were a big game, I'm sure we'd have.
Well, we will not have a 7-man crew until the playoffs, likely.
Okay, gotcha. Here's the snap. Merriweather back to pass. Slings this one out to the right side, complete to about the 32-yard line.
Brandon Gooden, he's stopped on the play by the Patriots, number 20.
Barkley Crawford makes the tackle on Brandon Gooden. It's a 6-yard gain, 2nd down and 4.
Hey, credit to Brandon Gooden, not only because he's a former Hillcrest kid, but hey, because he caught the pass. That's his second pass caught out of the backfield by the Stampede. So credit to Brandon Gooden. He's been their he and Merriweather together have pretty much been the most dynamic duo for the Stampede.
A lot of other guys have been dropping passes.
Yeah, they really have.
With cash only.
Merriweather in shotgun takes the snap, hands it off to Van Horn over left tackle. Van Horn with a nice gain up to the 38. That's a pickup of 5. He needed 4. It's enough for the first down.
Nicely done. Huge matchup for us. At least I view it as a very important matchup for our playoff scenarios. Again, RSV Designs. Carver of Montgomery. The Wolverines lead the Poets of Sidney Lanier 13-7. Ironically, the two of those schools will combine next year to form one school.
Oh, is that right?
That's right.
And what classification will they be?
They'll have to be 7A because they're both 6A schools. They're huge.
Okay. Wow.
It'll be a huge school.
That will be a big school.
But I think they're going to form a freshman academy, according to the Montgomery News.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Shotgun, Merriweather back to pass. Throws it out here to the left side. Miscommunication with his receiver on the right side, Zavante Perkins. Perkins went to the inside. The pass went to the outside. It's incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
The word in Montgomery by WSFA is that the Sidney Lanier High School will basically dissolve, and those students will begin to enroll in Carver. But to make room for the increased student population, they're going to build a freshman academy of sorts, so the ninth graders will not go in the current building.
What's the school going to be called?
Carver.
It's going to be called Carver?
It's just going to be Carver.
Are they still going to be Poets?
Well, remember, it's kind of a plan for the state to dissolve of some of the old Civil War things.
Oh, was he a Civil War poet?
Yeah, he was a Civil War hero or poet.
That pass is high and incomplete. Not the receiver's fault that time. That one was too high for Braylon Gray to reach at about the 46-yard line.
I think it's kind of one of those things like Robert E. Lee is a new name. Jeff Davis is a new school. Sidney Lanier will dissolve. Those schools are just beginning to disappear.
Robert E. Lee and Jeff Davis.
They're gone.
They're gone.
They got renamed.
They got renamed.
Okay.
It's the school still exists, but it's under a new name.
Gotcha.
And I'd have to look it up. One of them's called JAG. I can't remember what it stands for. It's like a couple of Civil War or civil rights.
Yeah,
There's a big difference between Civil War and civil rights.
Civil rights heroes.
Don't get those two confused.
That's correct.
Oh, here's an incomplete pass over to the left side.
I thought that was a good play by Jaden Banks.
And Jay Banks came in to break up the pass, but there is a flag, and it looks like they're going to say he got there a little bit too early, and it's going to be interference.
That was a good play. Man. Can we edit out the things that our fans are saying? Talking.
And the coaches next door?
Well, I didn't hear that. I'm just kidding.
We need to edit out some of the things that you were saying last week.
Yeah, but I don't. At least, I said it's funny.
Lindsay agrees with you.
Lindsay. Hilarious.
By the way, shout out again to Lindsey Jones, right?
You know what? This
Doing
is
a great
the second time that Lindsay has come in and done a phenomenal job. And I'm certain it won't be the last.
And Baker there last week. It's a whole Jones family running this broadcast this year,
It's a
right?
family affair.
Yeah.
You guys need a sponsorship. Is there some sort of medical center that wants to give us money for the Jones family
This play
sponsorship?
brought to you by the Joneses of 69 South. Here's the snap and the handoff over right guard. Nice little run by number 7, Tobias Van Horn. He'll pick up about 5 to the 39. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
Now, guys, I have a very relaxed feeling. I feel like all of us do. But let's keep in mind, Bryant, 2 and 3 in region play, still has an opportunity to make it to the playoffs. Now, obviously, if they lose this game, which it's not looking good for the Bryant Stampede right now, down 27-0, but they would make them 2 and 4, and it'd be very difficult for them to get into the playoffs.
Yeah.
At 2 and 4.
Here's a handoff over right.
Oh, my goodness.
What a lick.
Oh, wow.
A.J. Quarles lays the wood on the tiny running back, number 22, James Freeman. He's leveled to the ground, but there is a penalty. And it's a chop block. Is that what it was, chop block?
I think so.
Chop block against Bryant.
But they didn't chop block A.J. A.J., wow, guys.
You could hear the entire crowd just go.
Tonight, we've really been on in unison. with all of our.
Well, I mean, it's pretty hard not to on a play like that.
I know, but how many times we've been doing that all night?
By the way, who's the leading candidate right now for Defensive Player of the Game?
AJ.
It's got to be AJ.
Well, I mean, he took a hickory stick to that guy.
Well, the running back
had the interception earlier.
Yeah, he's listed at 5'5", 150.
Yeah, he was tiny.
And
but still.
AJ's not 5'5", 150.
No, he's about twice.
Twice. So he's 10 feet, 10 inches tall,
and
300 pounds.
Moves like a deer.
All right, here's a handoff and a nice little run up the middle by Tobias Van Horn. AJ makes the tackle again after about a 5-yard gain, and it will be 3rd down and 15. The thing about that last big hit is that AJ will not get credit for a tackle there because there was a penalty that was accepted.
Biggest deer you've ever seen. 10 feet tall, 300 pounds. Joined in the broadcast booth tonight for just a moment.
Speaking of the Frith family.
Well, that's right. We already spoke about the Frith family, and here we are joined by legend of Hillcrest High School, Miss Gina Frith.
We were just talking about Dora Alexander. Here's the pass across the middle, complete, and another big hit.
Oh, no!
By
That's
Evan
a terrible
Williams
call.
On the receiver, Justin Morton. It's close to 1st down yardage, but it looks like, did you got that one? Okay, it's going on the replay, Brad. You can see it here on the replay. Are they going to call, what are they going to call here?
I'm guessing, I don't know what they could call. There's no such thing as targeting in high school, but he didn't do that. He used his shoulder. And it wasn't dirty. I mean, just because he got hammered.
Yeah, what is the deal?
That was a great catch, by the way, and a great tackle.
So it's a personal foul.
That's a personal foul.
I guess they're saying it was like targeting.
I mean, he hit him too hard. It's football. I mean, that's a clean play. I just can't even imagine what this guy's calling.
Well, I would say that if we saw the replay.
He literally used, that's not, he said, but that's not a high school call. There is no high school targeting.
Is that not what they do? They don't call it personal foul if it's something that they deem to be targeting?
I would love to know if the NFHS has targeting. Let me just see.
Or the AHSAA, you mean?
Well, no, it'd be NFHS because we're a National Federation High School. NFHS Network.
Here's the snap. The handoff around right in. Van Horn is stopped short of the line of scrimmage.
All right, obviously, I have no idea what I'm talking about because it is a rule now. As of 2021, there is such a thing as targeting.
So was that a personal foul targeting?
Let's see. Targeting does not result in automatic disqualification, but that certainly can be a consideration. And let's see. The other targeting is defined as an act by any player who takes aim and initiates contact against an opponent above the shoulders.
Well, that might have been above the shoulders. Even if he led with his shoulder, he did hit him above the shoulder. So
that felt pretty clean to me.
Of course it did. Merriweather with a pass out here to the right side, completed to his receiver, Zavante Perkins.
Stopped by the Patriots, number 33.
Stopped at about the 18-yard line. Pickup of about 3. That'll make it 3rd down. And about 6. We'll call it 3rd. And where is he marking it? He's
about the 19, 18. By the way, the clock running earlier, I think, was a complete error. Because it just was a mistake. Yep. I just think nobody noticed.
Merriweather in an empty set, 4 wide receivers in a bunch over to the left side. Merriweather throws it across the middle and through the hands of his receiver, Braylon Gray, who had a touchdown, could have walked into the end zone if he had just held on to it. But, man, these guys are killing Merriweather.
Merriweather with the by the way, there was a little in route, like a dig over on the far side, and he had a receiver who was wide open. I thought he was going to hit him on the slant, right? But then he has the guy open.
Gray was more wide open.
Yeah, I totally agree. And then he hits him right in between 2 Hillcrest defenders, and Braylon Gray's just not able to come up with it, but really well delivered, I thought, by Merriweather.
Yeah. Merriweather back to pass again on 4th down, the fade pattern to the left corner of the end zone, and this one is caught for a touchdown by I think that's Zavante Perkins over there, but is there a flag? No?
No, there was a total.
There should have been, but there was not.
There was a hold right in front of the ref. Watch this, Brent. Over here on the left side, on the replay. Watch this hold right here. You can't do that. You can't hug a guy and tackle him unless he's got the ball.
Miles Madden was the receiver who made a great catch. And by the way, we got to give Merriweather some props on that pass. That was perfectly thrown. It was.
Well, finally, somebody caught it.
Here's the Dr. Brandy Patterson extra point attempt. It is up, and it is good. So Bryant scratches the scoreboard here with 4 minutes left in the first half, making it 27-7. You know, I got to say, guys, I mean, Hillcrest is up by 20 points, but Bryant has played a pretty respectable ball game here tonight.
You know, several drop passes that have gone in our favor. But with that being said, I feel like Bryant's gotten the better whistle as well, though. So maybe that's evened it out a little bit. But I think you're right, Brent. You know, just the feel of the game, it doesn't feel like, you know, we have this game easily in hand like we do.
Right. True.
Credit to Bryant, too. I mean, Merriweather's making plays for them, and if you're Bryant, you do what's working, and that's let that kid do what he does, and he's making some really good plays. Again, and I've said this, and you know, it's funny because when I first began saying this, you know, we've done this is the 10th year of us doing this broadcast together.
Right.
But for so many times, Brent, you and I have talked about kids on the other team that we feel like we would like, man, I wish that kid played for us.
Right.
Well, tonight it's Merriweather.
Yeah, definitely Merriweather.
That kid looks, and not to say that I would trade, because I don't want that to be the case.
No.
I'm just saying
You just
he is a
want
heck
him
of a
to
player.
move over here, right? Go to school here.
Well, no. I didn't say that. I'm just
Well, you're just saying if that were to happen, it would be nice.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, can't really, no.
We're not recruiting him.
Yeah, we're not saying that.
To kick for Paul Bryant.
Here's a high sky kick fielded at the 30-yard line.
Return to the 37.
Who was
Jamison.
that? Was that Jamison?
Yep.
Jamison Farley moves it forward to the 37. And that'll be 1st and 10 for the Pats there with 3:53 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, nicely done there by Jamison on the short kick. Gets us in pretty good field position. Plenty of time, of course. Hillcrest with all 3 Tidwell paint and body timeouts, Brent. By the way, it looks like a pretty good crowd tonight, guys. And a really nice evening on, Alabama Eve.
Alabama Eve. It's always Alabama Eve here in Tuscaloosa. I have to say, I'll say it after this. Bryson under center, Jay Brown is the tailback in the eye. He takes the handoff up the gut, bounces to the left, crosses the 45, the 47, carrying the pile all the way down to close to the 50-yard line. He'll be stopped just short of the 50 at the 49. But that is a 10-yard run by Jay Brown, and it was mostly Jay Brown.
We move the chains.
Watch this as he carries this pile. Let's see. He gets stopped at about the 45, and look at him carry the pile another 4 or 5 yards.
Pretty impressive.
Isn't it nice to be able to watch the replays and discuss what's being seen?
It really is. In the old days, we had the NFHS where we would watch the delayed replay. Remember that?
Yeah, but that's not the same.
No, it's definitely not.
The snap, the handoff to Jay Sean Land over left tackle, and he is gone. 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Patriots, 51 yards on the quick hitter by Jay Sean Land on the belly G. It's 33-0 with 3:30 remaining in the first half.
Nice. That's a nice. I'm so sorry. Somebody just threw the ball and hit off one of the Hillcrest kids' head. Zari Hughes was out there, and it just doinked off his head. It's just kind of funny. Anyway, great play. Jay Sean Land gets it up the middle. The near side defensive back in coverage isn't turning to look at the ball because, remember, he's glued in on the wide receiver.
Right.
Turns around, doesn't even notice, and all of a sudden he's up the field for a touchdown.
You can't give Jay Sean room like that.
Well, we were sitting here talking about 3:53 is when Hillcrest took the ball over in possession. 23 seconds later, and we've got us a touchdown, guys.
Didn't need those Tidwells, did they?
Nope.
To attempt the point in.
Here's the Dr. Brandy Patterson extra point attempt coming from Hudson Hall. Kick is up, and the kick is good. Thanks to Dr. Brandy Patterson for your sponsorship. 34-7 in favor of the good guys.
Nicely done. We've said it so many times, but guys, it's a lot of fun.
Kind of yawning there.
Well, why? Why are you yawning? Why are you guys yawning?
Homecoming week. I'm so ready.
You guys need to suck it up. You guys are getting old.
Yeah, I get to go home at 10. What are you going to do?
I mean, don't worry. I can still get gas in the tank, baby. Look, here's the thing. I just thought about this. the four of us in here, and we've been on a broadcast team together for many times. Kevin to my left, Brent and Brian to my right. You guys are all older than me. I'm the youngest guy in here. I'm the baby. You guys are old.
I'm the old man. You're
yes. You guys are old. That's why you're yawning. I'm ready to go. In fact,
I will
I might
text
do some dancing.
You know what?
in the
I'll put a
morning
text
tonight.
out there about 11:15 while you're sitting in there watching folks dance.
It's going to take us till 11:15 to pick this up.
It'll take a long time to break the equipment down tonight.
Yes,
right?
it is.
Here's the Harwood Real Estate kickoff. Hudson Hall in for this one. It's high and short, fielded at the 16-yard line. And the return up to the 31. And Bryant will start there, 1st and 10. You know, it's great that you score fast, but you give them a lot of time on the clock to try to score before the half now as well.
Well, and you wonder how many, we talk about this a lot. You want to be as aggressive as you can be in the first half, score as many points as you can in the first half, use all your timeouts trying to do so. But when you're up 34-7, will you do that? And I don't know, at some point you just say, I'm comfortable with where we are, let me take a knee. And of course, we're not there yet because we still, there's 3 minutes to play. But it's just, at what point will Hillcrest have that mindset tonight?
Merriweather in shotgun, takes the snap, hands it off over right guard, and nowhere to go for the running back, Brandon Gooden. He's tackled in the backfield. He'll lose a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd and 12.
Led by number 94.
Merriweather's a senior, by the way.
Yeah.
Number 98.
6'1", 210. Good size for a quarterback, too.
Yeah.
The snap to Merriweather, back to pass, looking across the middle and incomplete, as it looked like it could have been caught there by Zavante Perkins at about the 40-yard line, but he kind of alligator-armed it.
I was going to say, did it not appear to you guys that he almost gave up on the route?
Yeah.
Like he just stopped?
I think he may have been fearful of the safety or the outside linebacker coming the other way,
I can see
possibly
that.
looking for the big hit. I think that's when Brent made a good call with the alligator arms. May have seen him out of the corner of his eye at the last second.
When he made the 8 route cut towards the inside of the field, it just looked like he quit on it to me.
I'm not going to lie, I probably would have too. But like you said, I'm really old.
Not me and Brian would have been over there cheering.
Merriweather gets hit as he released it, but he is able to complete it out here to the right side to number 9, Miles Madden. And that's a nice little pickup of about 10, and it'll be 4th down and 4 for the Stampede. All right, and Hillcrest has called a timeout, so with that timeout, we will take a break. Your score, Hillcrest 37, Bryant 7, back after this on the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network.
4th down and 4.
One more time. One more time. One more time.
At Alabama Credit Union, we know what it takes to get it right.
One more time.
Visit alabamacu.com today and feel good about your money.
When the Patriot Nation gets hungry for Chinese food, there is no doubt about where to go. Lee Palace in Inglewood Village. Lee Palace has been in the same location for 20 years and loves the Hillcrest community. You just can't beat their incomparably delicious Chinese cuisine in a family-owned, friendly environment that is second to none. The folks at Lee Palace love what they do and are very passionate about providing you with the best in town. Lee Palace says, go Pats! Back at Roy Johnson Stadium, here's the kick. It is away, and it is fielded by Jayshon Land at the 34. Jayshon looks for some room, cuts it back upfield, but it's tackled by the turf monster at about the 47-yard line, and Hillcrest will start there, 1st and 10.
I was just about to say, the 45-yard line reached up and tackled him.
It happens sometimes.
It does. He's had a good night tonight.
True. You know, you were talking about me being old.
No, I just
I'll
said
be
you guys are
another.
older.
I'll be another year older next year. I mean next year. Yes, I will. Next year.
Yes, you will.
That's true. I'm also
so
very smart. The older I get, the smarter I get.
Let me tell you, that county high education is really showing its ugly head, man.
Okay. I'll be another year older tomorrow. Technically, I'll only be a day older than I am right now.
Correct.
But the number of years that are attached to my name will change.
Will change. Good,
yes.
good.
Well, happy birthday, buddy.
I'll be 59 tomorrow.
That's great.
And this guy over here is 48 today.
Today
is his birthday.
Wait a minute.
Brian
What is
Pirano.
It is the 20th.
It is the
It
20th.
sure is.
Oh, look, a pass across the middle completed to Jamarcus Prince at the 25. He sheds some tacklers, still going all the way down to the 11-yard line. Stephen Fike's first down, obviously, and what a play by Jamarcus Prince.
And what a way to spend your birthday, Coach P.
Heck of a birthday.
Let me tell you something. When I think of birthday parties, I think of Hoko.
We're throwing him a dance.
Hey, yeah, P.
You know
You can live it up at the dance.
Absolutely. You know what would make my birthday really special?
To come in and watch some kids do some twerking.
For somebody to send me a video of the DJ, give me a shout out so I can watch it on my couch.
There you go. Here's a handoff to Jay Sean, and he will breeze into the end zone. I couldn't think of a good way to describe it. Breeze into the end zone one more time for his second score of the night. 2:02 remaining in the first half. Hillcrest now up 40-7.
Coach P, because, first of all, maybe I should say, great play, Jay Sean. Way to go. You know, the Turf Monster got him at the 45, but I think Jay Sean may be the leading candidate for, I don't know about leading. Jamarcus Prince had a pretty good night, too. But nicely done there by Jamarcus and the offensive line. But, Coach P, since it's your birthday, we're going to give you a free ticket to tonight's dance.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, happy birthday.
That is so thoughtful of you.
It's all about the kids. Pass it on to a kid in need.
Hey, I was going to say, well, after this Dr. Brandy Patterson extra point attempt by Hudson Hall, snap, placement, kick is up, and the kick is, it's off the upright, no good, so that one's no good. But I was going to say, since it's Coach P's birthday today, it's my birthday tomorrow.
And Baker's birthday tomorrow,
Baker's
right?
birthday tomorrow.
You guys are way better at birthdays than me.
Here's the request. We want you to sing happy birthday to us.
You want me to sing like right now?
Yeah, right now.
Well, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday
You got to switch your camera.
Happy birthday.
Come on.
Happy birthday to you. Yes.
That made my night.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Well, I'll tell you what. You stay with me and I'll make your promotion. Because it'll be 12:30 in a minute.
All 13 listeners are really engaged.
How many? We're up.
Well, 13 now. I figure single digits after that.
We got more than that on YouTube. How many do we have on
We're
YouTube?
up to 13.
Doesn't that say there?
We're up to 13 listeners.
I'll tell you how many we got on YouTube. That's Mixlr. They want to see the action.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's a good call.
All right, here we go with the Harwood Real Estate kickoff. Evan Williams back out again to kick. 106 on YouTube, by the way, right now.
Yes.
Look at that kick. Wow.
Jeez.
This one is deep and over the head of the receiver. It bounces at the 2 and goes in the end zone. It'll be a touchback, 1st and 10 for the Stamps at the 20.
I got a question for you guys. This is the 35th game of the Jamie Mitchell era.
Yep, that's correct. Yep.
Is this the most points we have scored in any one half?
I was trying to think,
back.
what was the game? There was a game earlier in the year. Oh, Brookwood. What was the score at halftime at Brookwood?
I don't know. I mean, I can remember the finals, obviously, but the second half
56-6, right?
The second halves go so quickly with the off and high clock. Was it 42-6 at half then?
I can't remember.
And I don't know the answer.
I think you're right.
Okay.
I think that's
If
what it
we
was.
were younger, we'd remember.
What? Well, you're the young buck. The
Yeah, that's
self-proclaimed
true.
young buck.
That's right.
It's supposed to
We
be your
depend on you for those things.
Hey, I already sang happy birthday. That's up to you guys. So
Singing is kind of stretching it.
I thought that was pretty good.
Here's a completion to Brandon Gooden over on the left side. He makes a nice move down the sideline, pickup of 8. It'll be 2nd down and 2 as Brandon Gooden gets out of bounds and stops the clock.
Obviously, singing is in my blood. You know, I do have
You're going to pull out the country music star.
No.
That
I want to hear
was
some
your
Eminem.
cousin.
No.
I want to hear some Eminem.
No, my uncle
We know
did
you know
sing
the
some
Eminem.
country music, but I'm just saying, obviously, I'm talented enough to do the same. All right?
And not in this country. Merriweather back to pass, slings it out to the right side, complete at the 31-yard line, and that looks like it's enough for the first down to Zavante Perkins.
I think he called him short, man.
Are you sure about that?
He's
Look
got
where
him,
the line
he's got him
judge is
before
over
the 30.
here. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
but
looking
this
at the
guy,
line judge
the
on
near
the far
side.
side. Okay.
He's got him right behind
All right,
him.
you're right. So it's going to be
almost no gain, I think.
Third down.
Yeah, so it'll be third down and a little over a yard. Okay, now the viewership has gone down since you started singing.
They were like, forget this. That guy's atrocious.
It's down to 101 now.
Well, for you 5 people that left, I got a special show for you at half.
Merriweather back to pass. Completes this one to Brandon Gooden on the left side. Gooden cuts it upfield across the 40 to the 42. Pickup of 12 on the reception by Brandon Gooden. 1:04 and counting remaining in the first half. It's enough for the first down for the Stamps.
Brent, when you were the play-by-play, color commentator, basically jack of all trades for the Bryant
well, I did
broadcast.
play-by-play.
Well, when you did that, did you call them the Stamps?
Yeah,
I'm just
absolutely.
curious.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that a Brent Jonesism?
No, I don't think I made it up, but it is very common over there. Here's a deep pass down the left sideline, and it is caught. Did he catch it?
He did.
He caught it and went to his knees at the 15-yard line. But the Stamps in business with 47 seconds left and an opportunity to put another score on the board here before the half.
Kamari Patton in coverage, but not much there. He was pretty much blown up on that one.
And if the pass hadn't been short,
5-6 yards beyond it.
If the pass hadn't been short, it would have been a touchdown. Braylon Gray did a good job hauling that one in, coming back for it.
Kamari's been so solid all year. Not that time.
The snap. Fade pattern over here to the right side goes harmlessly into the end zone, as there was obviously some miscommunication there between Merriweather and Zavante Perkins on the route. So it'll be second down and 10 from the 15-yard line. 35.9 seconds remaining in the first half. Hillcrest up 40-7, but Bryant threatening.
Couple of, or at least a score of interest, and certainly could potentially affect us. Briarwood leads Benjamin Russell 14-0.
Oh, you know, I didn't make the graphic, but I should have. But we need to do some Brad Catology here coming up, right?
And Homewood leads Pelham 14-7.
Oh, look, Hillcrest leads Paul Bryant 40-7.
What?
Merriweather zooms this one over to the corner of the end zone, the front corner, no good. Over the head of his intended receiver. I got a new phone and I don't have a case yet, and it's very slippery.
I see that.
Very slick.
I need you to get a case. It's got that. Is that one? Is that 15?
This is the 14.
14?
It's supposed to be. It's probably at our house right now. It's supposed to be delivered today, but I just didn't go home to get it.
What kind of case did you get?
A case for a 14.
Did you get like an OtterBox, or what'd you get?
I don't know. What did I get, Lindsay? Lindsay ordered it for me.
Hey, there's one right here. That's true. Hey,
and there's a new case.
We found your case right here.
That one's kind of dirty, though. I don't think I want that one.
It's got some coconut shavings on it from the field.
Merriweather back to pass, being pressured, and he will be brought down in the backfield. Nice
Jalen
job
McIver.
coming in there, McIver. You know, Jalen McIver was in the ACT work keys testing in my classroom this past Wednesday.
Yeah.
He's a big guy.
He is a big guy. And you know, the funny thing is, kind of I think the stereotypical big guys are pretty much laid back, not very loud.
Yeah.
And Jalen really fits that mold. He's not a real outspoken kid. He just kind of walks around real smooth.
The gentle giant,
He
if
is
you
a very
will.
gentle giant, absolutely. Theodore 35. The Bobcats lead McGill-Tulane 35-0.
Wow.
So it looks like that will be McGill-Tulane's the swan song.
Yeah.
They've already lost to St. Paul's.
Big game for Theodore next week as they travel to Saraland. Saraland trying to avenge their last regular season loss.
And you know, we were talking.
Theodore was last year's region champs.
Yeah, I know. We were talking about that. Theodore's kind of fallen down a little bit this year.
Started off slowly,
Yeah.
but certainly kicked it into gear kind of as the weather started to cool off.
I do have a bit of just a kind of a story to tell about Theodore. I don't want to tell it right. I hate to tell it right now because I feel like they're getting ready to run a play.
Alvin and Simon involved in this story?
No.
Okay.
I'll tell you in a minute
Okay.
because I think it's important for us.
And it's fourth down and about 27 for Bryant. And a sack once again. This time it's Matthew Cockrell getting in to make the sack back at the 35, and Hillcrest will take over on downs.
This is what I think is important to mention. So when you do this job and you coach high school athletics, you eventually develop some friendships throughout the state. Well, it just so happens.
And you can hope to do that someday, too.
I only have one friend, okay?
Go ahead.
All right, and outside of this broadcast crew, at least. Anyway, the guy's name. So, Brian and I both have become pretty good friends with a guy named Eric Speakman, Adam Massey. They coach at Opelika.
Opelika, yes.
And so they coach tennis, and we've gotten to know them pretty well throughout the years. Anyway, I spoke with Speakman just the other day, and he was telling me about Theodore, because Theodore beat Opelika at the beginning of the year, 16-10. And he was describing. I'll say it real quick. He was describing Theodore's offensive approach, and it's like Hillcrest's twin. They run the eye. They're very good defensively. They love to run and pound the ball. That's just what they're good at. So it sounded a lot like us. They're very into time control, like ball control. Old school. Yep. So Theodore reminds me of what I would describe us like. That's all I got.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah.
Meantime, while you were telling that really long story, the first half came to a close.
Hey, I got a story about Dora. And
it's 40-7 at halftime. We will take a break, and we will be back with the Stephen Fikes All-State Halftime Show after this. Keep it here. This is Hillcrest Football on the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network.
Serving the University of Alabama alumni, students, and fans since 1939, Bama Stuff is the perfect place for all your Bama merchandise needs. They have a large selection of Nike official on-field apparel, as well as everything you need for the perfect game day experience. Come see our exclusive in-house designed Bama apparel and souvenirs to help you stand out. Located on the heart of the Strip on University Boulevard in the shadow of Bryant Denny. They're open 7 days a week or shop online anytime at BamaStuff.com. Bama Stuff is proud to be UA alumni and veteran owned and operated.
All right, we are back with the Stephen Fikes All-State Halftime Show. Brent Jones, Brad Armstrong, Brian Pirano eating his French fries now. Donald Falls, Lindsey Jones.
And Angel Shelton about to take over for Lindsey Jones.
Lindsey did a great job in the first half. Okay. Lindsey did a great job in the first half, but she's got to leave now, and Angel's going to take over, and I'm sure Angel will do a great job as well.
No pressure, Angel.
Okay. You see the Bryant Stampede Band on the field. Your halftime score 40-7. If we could go to a shot of the booth now, because we know everybody wants to look at Brad when he sings and does his halftime show, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so you had an update there about, I guess, a little mini Guthrie stat line there that you just shared
Brian
with
was talking about the number of points that we've scored, the total, and it turns out we actually had put up 49 against Brookwood. 49.
That wasn't this year though, was it? Was it 49 this year?
Yes, because remember, we did make a brief mention about, if we scored 2 touchdowns, 2 extra points, it gets us 63, and that would have been school.
We jinxed it.
Yes, we jinxed it.
Correct.
But we're sitting here with 40. Obviously, look, I don't think Coach Mitchell cares one iota.
He's proven that.
About breaking any sort of school record. In fact, I remember a couple years ago when, and I'm trying to think who the receiver was, but he had so many yards in the first half at Bessemer City, and it was Coach Mitchell's first year, and we were like, oh my gosh, he's closing in on a state record maybe.
Oh, yes.
What's his name?
And
I can't
even think of the kid's name.
That was at Bessemer, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then he never caught a single pass in the second half.
I don't even know if he saw the field the second half.
Coach Mitchell was like, shut it down.
Absolutely.
Shut it down.
Yep.
No records for us. So, but
all right, guys.
That kid was fast.
All right, we got a lot to do here on the Stephen Fikes All-State Halftime Show. And you know what? I've got the stats here. Thanks to our buddy Brian Kimbrough, who's keeping stats for us now. Sent them to me. So let's go through this. And you guys want to do your weekly guessing game where you try to guess?
Let's do it.
Total yards?
Yes, let's go.
Okay. So give me what you got for Hillcrest.
You go ahead, Brad.
Okay. Wow. Man, I feel like we've got a lot of yards. I'll say 275.
It's funny. In my head, I was thinking mid to high 200s.
Yeah.
I'll go slightly under. I'll say 263.
Okay. Do the math for me because I was trying to do it in my head, but I couldn't. Because it doesn't give total yards. It just gives rushing yards and passing yards.
Okay, what do you got?
Rushing yards, 213.
Wow.
On 13 attempts.
Man.
Passing yards, 172.
Wow, so that's
On 9
85. That's
completions.
385.
385. What did y'all say?
I only
close.
said 263.
I had 275.
I can't imagine. We're talking about records for Hillcrest. I can't imagine many have.
Man.
Especially under Jamie Mitchell, where we had close to 400 yards
Goodness
total offense.
gracious. That's a lot.
Okay, let's look at the Bryant totals. What do you got? I can add this one.
Okay, I think that that's a hint. I don't. They moved the ball a couple big plays, a lot of drop passes. I'm going to say 76 yards.
Huh. Okay, I'm close to you. I in my head, I had 63.
Okay.
Guys, how about 173?
Wow.
161 through the air and 12 on the ground.
I guess they did have a long one here and a long one there.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Do you have individual?
Yeah, I'm going to go with individuals.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. All right. So individuals as far as passing goes, we've got Bryson Kimbrough there with 9 completions on 11 attempts, 172 yards,
Wow.
and
A lot of those
3
to Caden
touchdowns.
Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah, had the really big play over
Yeah.
2 big
And
plays
I'm not
to
sure.
Jamarcus.
Well, was it considered a pass to Jay Sean or a run?
I don't know. They
don't
may
know
have
either.
counted that as a
Okay,
pass. That's a good point.
Maybe so.
But he definitely had
Yeah, it was right. It could have gone either way.
the 2 really nice completions to Jamarcus on the left side, too.
Jay Sean's was a pass,
Okay.
according to this, because Jay Sean Land has 1 reception for 39 yards
Makes
and a
sense.
touchdown.
Makes sense.
Okay. Jamarcus Prince with 3 catches, 87 yards, and a touchdown. Caden Smith, 3 catches, 32 yards, and a touchdown. Jay Brown, 2 catches, 14 yards. And as far as running the ball goes, Jay Sean Lamb with 3 carries for 66 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jay Sean with a total of 3 on the night between running and catching. Jay Brown, 5 carries for 60 yards and a touchdown. Caden Smith, 2 carries, 47 yards and a touchdown. I'm sorry, Jay Brown doesn't have a touchdown. He has a fumble, not a touchdown. I looked at the fumble category. Shamar Moore, 1 for 39 yards, and Bryson Kimbrough, 2 carries for 1 yard. So, really, a lot of yards have been given up in the passing game by the Patriots, but a lot of yards also gained through the air and on the ground. But the passing game, that's kind of a little bit of a worrisome thing, if you ask me, because not only have they given up a lot of yards passing, there's a lot of yards that were left on the table out there because of drop passes.
And a couple things, if you're talking about defense right there, as we've all talked about, the last 4 or 5 games have not been super competitive.
Guthries.
But this does allow Coach Patterson, that whole staff, to really hammer something home, trying to get us playoff ready.
Right, and thanks so much to Guthries.
Oh, love me some Guthries.
Love you some Guthries, Coach Pete, for
especially on my
sponsoring-
birthday.
For sponsoring our stat line.
Happy birthday to you. I'm just kidding.
Okay, guys, I'm sure you've got some good RSV Design scoreboard updates for us.
We
so
do.
Why don't you throw those our way now?
I'll start out.
Oh, go ahead,
Pike
Coach.
Road leading Stanhope Elmore 28-0 right now. Gadsden City, a team we've played already, leads Lee Huntsville 21-0. Trying to get some other ones. I do not have a Central Bessemer City.
That's the only one I don't
game
have.
we talked about. The winner likely will travel to Saraland on November 10th for the first round of the playoffs. And another one, a powerhouse. Fife leaves Pisgah 24-20 at halftime.
I've got Thompson over County 19-0.
Okay.
Clay Chalkville 21, Oxford 0. Mountain Brook 35, Mortimer Jordan 7. That's a big one because that's a 2-3 matchup for them.
Okay.
And then last one that I wanted to give you, at least until Coach P's got a few more. I've got Briarwood 14, Benjamin Russell 0.
Okay, talking about down the road, Gordo's on the board now, but they still trail Oakman 10-7 late in the second quarter.
Okay, I've also got Hueytown 35, Northridge 7. And McAdory 6. McAdory 35, Brookwood 0. And I've got, there was one more I had. Oh, I've still got Homewood 14, Pelham 7.
What did you have earlier for the Spain Park Hewitt game?
I had 21-7 Spain Park.
Okay, I got Spain Park. Hewitt's cut the lead. It's now 24. Spain Park 24, Hewitt 13.
Hey, here's another interesting development, and I'm not sure. It may make a difference, but it probably doesn't.
We can hear you. That's not doing any good.
Yeah, I know it. It makes me feel better.
You're covering your face on the camera.
No, you can't see it. It's camera. You can't see it. It's camouflage.
Oh, okay.
St. Paul 7, Blunt 0.
Wow.
And I'm just saying because we think St. Paul's is going to be the 4.
And Blunt's not a very good team, right? Blunt's only 1-6 on the year.
And then you're talking about McGill getting right back in it. I don't know.
All right.
So anyway,
little Bradkatology there, preview, right?
That's right.
We'll officially do the Bradkatology next year. But guys, we're going to make a choice here. Are we going to cover these halftime festivities closely on camera and let it roll, or continue to talk?
No, I think we just keep going.
Hey, I'm fine. And then I think with the homecoming queen is announced.
I think we maybe just keep going, finish, and we'll let it go out.
Okay.
How about that?
Okay. All right. Sounds good. All right. So how about this? So how about we move on to the Mark Nelson, County Commissioner of District 3, college football picks. If you can pull up the one that says records. You see the one that says records?
And there you have it, the Powell River High School.
On the overlays, it'll say, oh, there it is, results. I'm sorry, not records, but results. Okay, here we go with the results. Last week, I was 1-3-1. We had a second push this year. That was crazy. So overall now I'm 15-13-2. Brad, you were 2-2-1 last week. Overall 13-15-1. And Brian 2-2-1, now 12-16-1. So you guys
chipping away.
You guys chipped away a little bit, gaining on me.
Well, what we've also been able to basically say is don't trust us at all.
Right.
Yeah.
And now let's go to the actual games for this week and take a look at those. And let's go down the list here as the band and everybody gets ready to head to the field for the halftime festivities. Penn State at Ohio State. Penn State, a 4.5-point underdog at the Buckeyes. And Brad, since you're sort of a former Buckeye, you go ahead.
That's right. My old stomping grounds in Westerville, Ohio. I'll take the Bucks because they're at home. And that's pretty much the only reason. I don't trust Penn State anyway. Not over a superior athletic team. I just think Ohio State's better athletically.
On the road, that's tough because, Penn State is obviously a really good football team.
Yes,
but what have they lost, 6 in a row, something like that, to Ohio State? And it's not. They have not done well over the past several years. I think I'm going to go with the Buckeyes to cover that 4.5 as well, Brian.
Yeah, I'll be personal. I'm a little surprised it's only a 4.5-point spread for Ohio State at home. I had to do a double take to make sure it was not in Happy Valley there. But I think Ohio State wins this game comfortably. Maybe Penn State keeps it close for a quarter. But I'll make it a clean sweep and take the Buckeyes as well.
All right, the next one. We have the Auburn Tigers hosting the Ole Miss Rebel Land Shark, whatever they are.
Yeah.
Okay, Ole Miss is at Auburn in Tiger Stadium. Ole Miss is a 6.5-point favorite over Auburn at Auburn. And that's kind of a little bit of a stretch to me. I know that Auburn has not been great, but look at what they did with Georgia at home a couple of weeks ago. Almost pulled out the win there if it hadn't been for Brock Bowers. I think that Auburn's probably going to win this game. I'm going to call Auburn to win this one.
Wow.
But if they don't, I at least think that they'll blow it in the end and it'll be closer than 6.5 points.
Hey, Brian, you go ahead. We'll just stay in order.
Hugh Freeze has done great on the recruiting trail. He picked up the number one athlete in the nation who committed earlier today, a 2025 commit. But, boy, not a lot of momentum on the field right now. Y'all know how I feel about Auburn, but beyond that even, that 6.5, I think Ole Miss is able to, I'm not saying they're going to win by double digits, but I do think 7 to 10 points is reasonable. So I'm going to take the Land Shark Rebels, whatever, again.
All right, here we go with the Gamecocks of South Carolina.
I'll take Auburn.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. We didn't say.
It's not a big deal.
Sorry. Okay. All right, yeah, my bad. I just totally skipped you there.
It's okay, man.
All right, the Gamecocks of South Carolina traveling to take on the darlings of the SEC, the Missouri Tigers. And Missouri is a 7.5-point favorite at home. Brad, you can go first on this one.
Well, let's let Brian go first. He hasn't gone first yet.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Mizzou is the darlings of the SEC at this point. Golly, I'm taking a lot of favorites right now. That makes me feel badly, and I know where I'm going at the end. I'm going to take the Gamecocks. What the heck? I got to make up ground. I'll take the Gamecocks to keep it within the 7.5 points with a 2:30 kick. I don't know what else is going on at 2:30 tomorrow, but I'll take the Gamecocks to cover 7.5.
All right, Brad.
I don't like how cocky the South Carolina Gamecocks are. I don't like their personality. I don't like the way they operate. I'm taking Mizzou.
You see, but that's not what you're supposed to base
Doesn't
your
matter.
picks on.
You know,
this is why you always lose, because you base everything on your emotions.
I'm 13 and 15.
He won a game this based nothing on emotions.
I'm
and did
talking
as
about
badly as
historically.
possible.
Yes.
Historically, in the 10 years that we've done this, you've won it once.
Yeah, but remember, last week, 2 weeks ago, I had all those stats, and I was 1-4.
Yeah.
Forget the stats.
Just go with whatever. Go with your gut.
M-I-Z.
Okay, I want to take Mizzou, but I do think that they might be listening to.
Oh, I need you to take Mizzou. I got to make up ground. Yeah.
They might be listening to their publicity a little bit too much, right? And kind of overestimating how good they are. And I think South Carolina is going to come in with something to prove. Maybe not win the game, but possibly pull off the upset. And I'm going to go with the Cox as well.
Okay. I'll go first on the next one.
All right, Duke, 14.5-point underdog at Florida State.
Man, I think Duke is really a fun team to watch. Their starting quarterback is from Fairhope. And so it's pretty neat to have an Alabama kid doing so well. And I think Duke is really, really good.
But I hear that he's questionable for the game.
Well, forget that even. With the hook, 14.5. I know it's a lot of points, and then I think that makes me want to take Duke because it's 14.5. I just don't think they're good enough to cover. So I'm taking Florida State.
All right, what you got, Brian?
You know what? I think, and I've zoned out a little bit there, so I didn't hear all of it. Florida State's good right now, but they are due a letdown. I think they're a little bit of a deceptive 6-0. I'm going to root for Duke, and I think I'm going to take Duke to keep it within the number. I think they'll keep it within the 2 touchdowns.
14.5, yeah, okay. Florida State. Well, it was 14.5 when I put it out there. I know it might have changed a little bit. Oh, was it 14 on what I sent you?
14.5. I'm 14 even on what you sent us, but that's okay.
So we're going 14.5 or 14?
Well, since I took Duke, I want 14.5. I don't care.
All right, so, okay, well, I'll go ahead. I'll go with Florida State.
Okay.
Powerful offense,
Good.
lots of superstars at home. I think Florida State takes it. And, we're almost here time for the homecoming queen crowning, are we not?
We are. I think we just had Sanaya Gibson coming across. We already had Jade Bright go, and then the last candidate to be announced in a second is senior class president Jordan Wilson.
And I'm going to go up here to the camera since Donald has skipped out on us somewhere, and I'm going to try to zoom in on the crowning of our homecoming queen. If I can make my way over here through this maze
now, Brent, this is going to surprise you with this comment, but I've taught all 3 of these young ladies. Well, they are all great kids, and I think Brad knows all 3 of them as well and will attest to that. We have such great kids at Hillcrest. Any of these 3 would be a great representative for the 2023 homecoming queen. Now, Brad, is that crowning this year? Was that Kirsten who won last year? Yes. Kirsten Harris, I believe. I think she's out there crowning this year.
Love Kirsten. She's a great kid, too.
I think we have Kathleen Essman, our homecoming co-chair out there holding the flowers. Certainly a big thank you to her and Nathan McDonald. I don't think people realize how hard it is to put on a homecoming event.
Ladies and gentlemen,
here we go.
For the crowning of the 2023 Hillcrest High School homecoming queen. Crowning tonight is the 2023 Hillcrest High School homecoming queen, Ms. Kirsten Harris.
There's Kirsten.
Chairs, Mr. Nathan McDonald and Ms. Kathleen Essman, along with the chairs emeritus members, Mrs. Kayla Martin and Ms. Leah Hughes.
Wow, look at all this candy.
Here we go.
And now, without further ado, the 2023 High School homecoming queen, Hillcrest High School homecoming queen, that is Miss Sanaya Gibson.
Sanaya Gibson.
What a good kid.
The 2023 homecoming queen. For the Hillcrest Patriots, congratulations to you, Sanaya Gibson.
Well, she looks great. I was giving her a hard time at the pep rally today. She said, I've got to get out of here to go do my hair. And I said, thank goodness.
Oh.
I was ripping her, though. I love that kid.
Did you get your hair done today?
I did, actually. Thank you. Extra shiny just for the dance.
Sanaya, a member of our girls basketball team. You know that? Angel also a member of our girls basketball team. I know Angel's proud of Sanaya as well as Coach Nick Browder is.
All right, so there you have it. Hashtag HOCO 2023 and Sanaya.
Is it officially
Gibson.
over there? It's like the crowning of the queen to make it officially over.
No birthday, boys. We still have the dance.
Oh, I forgot I don't have to go to that. So
that's all. Yeah, we're going to cut you some slack since your birthday.
All right, so there it is. There she is. Miss Hillcrest, homecoming queen.
There she is. You want me to do some more
singing, right? and with food in your mouth. There's a double whammy there, right? Okay, let's get back to these college picks.
Ready.
Because I think we have one more that's left.
I don't know anything about this last game.
Pretty significant, so if you can throw those back up there for us, Angel, thank you. All right, we have the Alabama Crimson Tide hosting the Tennessee Vols. Obviously a very important game for this broadcast. I got to tell you, I love what my buddy Peyton Manning said. He said, this series has been lopsided since 2022. I thought that was a great line. It's been lopsided since 2022. You know, Peyton and I go way back.
Yes, I know.
Buddies
You're
over
so
at the East Mississippi State Fair, hanging
so
out.
tight.
You know, yeah, we are. He's a good guy. Had him over for a cookout last week. You should have come by.
Yeah.
All right. So Alabama, a 9.5-point favorite. It's gone down.
It's 8.5 right now.
But it was 9.5 at the time, so that's what we have to go with.
No, most definitely. But I think it indicates where a lot of the smart Vegas money has dropped that line a full point over this week. So I think you can see where the bettors are at least trending on this game.
Right. Do you want to go first, Coach P?
Well, I mean, it's easy for me. I truly believe Alabama's going to win.
But don't just say who you're picking. Give us your reasons.
Well, if you'll let me finish, Brent, I'll be happy to give the reasons. I mean, I think right now, I think overall, especially at the quarterback position, we're not going to have an advantage often, but I do think we have one this week. I think Joe Milton might not be quite up to par with what Tennessee had last year. Now, here's the thing: if our O-line can't contain it all, well, you know, he's still a kid, and who knows? He could be one of our 101 viewers right now. But I do think Alabama is able to get back on the right track. I think he throws a couple of interceptions, and Alabama wins. I'll give my score. What I've been saying all week is Alabama 31, Tennessee 20.
All right. You want me to go, or do you want to go, Mr. Hall?
I don't care. Whatever you want. Just go ahead.
But let's let Brad go, Brent, so you can counteract everything.
You know, I want it to be that way.
Good.
I want the Bammer to go last, so I can have that taste in my mouth. I'll tell you what.
That's the cheeseburger.
No, that's I'll tell you, this cheeseburger is going to be like Bama, burned. Okay, how about that? Now, do you guys like the joke? All right, so what I got here is
you said it backwards. You should have said Bama's going to be like this cheeseburger, burned.
Oh, whatever.
You said this cheeseburger is going to be like Bama, burned.
Oh, okay. Well, they're both.
You said it backwards.
So here's what I got. First of all, 9.5 points. Regardless of the point spread, I've got a really good Tennessee defense coming in against a pretty good Alabama offense. Pretty good. Now, I will say, in honesty, Jalen Milroe may be the best athlete in the conference. I mean, he may be the best athlete in the conference. I'm telling you. Because he does things like against Middle Tennessee. It's a bad snap, ball's rolling around. He picks it up, scores a touchdown.
Right.
It's something you're sitting there thinking, uh-oh, they're going to lose the ball. They're going to lose the ball. Middle Tennessee, get on it. And then all of a sudden he scores 6. And you're like, golly, how did he do that? He really turns chicken crap into chicken salad a lot.
And you say that a lot.
Well, it's true. So then I think about Jalen he's really talented. His speed, his athleticism makes up for a lot of things. I do think that Tennessee has some really good athletes defensively to maybe spy him. Maybe, Pierce is a great pass rusher. I think he's really good at an outside linebacker position for Tennessee. The difference to me is going to be, can Tennessee run the ball like they were able to against Texas A&M? Texas A&M led the conference in rushing defense, and Tennessee's average was 231 yards a game, and they ran for 236 against the conference's best rushing defense.
At home.
At home. Doesn't matter. They still did it.
Well, it does matter.
Okay, whatever. To you. That's because you don't have a home field advantage at Bryant-Denny.
I know. That's why I'm saying they won't be as successful, because they won't be at home.
Yeah, but there's no home field advantage at Bryant-Denny. It's known to not be one of the most raucous environments. It's a weak home field advantage.
Oh, gosh.
It's a day kick.
I don't disagree.
I'm just saying.
I think Nealon last year did give them a big home field advantage.
And I don't think Alabama's going to gain a ton from that. But I do think Alabama's better defensively than Texas A&M was. But I don't know. Statistically, Texas A&M was better. But I still think Alabama's going to be able to score more points than A&M did against us. I still think that 49.5 total, I think that's high.
That's way too high.
I think it's high. Now, this also could be one of those games where it's like everybody thinks defense, 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 and then it's 52-49, right? But
I like that score you just pulled out of the air.
But whatever the case is, I think Tennessee, and obviously I'm taking Tennessee, but I do think ultimately, in all honesty, I think Alabama is going to probably score somewhere in the neighborhood of 24 to 27 points. Can Tennessee score more than that?
And you were talking about the home field advantage. Yeah. Sometimes I think, Bryant-Denny notoriously, because we have been so good for so long.
100%.
However, but I think it evens out with Tennessee's lack of home field advantage, right? Last year, without, that game's at Bryant-Denny last year, Alabama wins by a touchdown, 10 points. Because that kneeling crowd was able to push Tennessee over that finish line. They're not going to have that, obviously, tomorrow.
Also, there was a drop pass across the middle that would have been a touchdown.
Well, I'm not going to talk about any of that. I'm not going to go into that.
Well, it's true. All I'm saying is, too, I do think that Alabama, the crowd tomorrow will be more of a factor because we won the game last year.
Oh, yeah. Revenge is definitely on everybody's mind, and that place is going to be raucous tomorrow for sure.
I bet we don't storm the field, though.
No. We're Alabama. We don't do that. You'll throw the goalpost in the river, that kind of stuff. That's Bush League. Okay, so you got Tennessee plus the 9.5. Okay.
Of course I do.
Obviously, I'm going to take Alabama minus the 9.5, and I think it's going to be, I think Alabama wins this one by 20. By 20.
20?
I think
really?
By 20. I think
20? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
I think that Alabama is ready for revenge.
Put your money where your mouth is,
ready to get started with the next 15 to 16 years of domination.
Well, you know what? Somebody
Alabama
said to me.
by 20.
Well, somebody said to me at the grocery store the other day, "May the best man win." I said, "I don't give a dang about the best man. I just want to win. I don't care about that." And you know what? I do have a promo to read. The Alabama High School Athletic Association promotes sportsmanship, and I would like to say.
Okay, thank you. All right, here we go with the Hartwood Real Estate kickoff for the second half. Hillcrest up 40-7 as they will receive the second half kick. The kicker for Bryant is number 11, Diego Marquez Zamora. It's high, it's short, it's fielded at the 20-yard line and slipping and going down at about the 30.
It's Caden.
Is the Patriots' Caden Smith.
Interesting. Have we seen Caden return a kick yet this year?
I think he's the up man usually,
yeah.
But we have seen very few go. They usually go back to the people deep or something so short that an up man takes
I think it also has to do with he's doing a lot of things in place of T.J. Banks tonight.
Right. He's got a minor injury this evening, so he's out. Trying to get everybody healthy and maybe in the right mindset for these last few games.
Absolutely.
All right, Bryson Kimbrough in shotgun formation. He takes the snap, drops back, swings this one out over to the left side to Caden Smith. He breaks the tackle down the sideline, and Caden is gone. Touchdown, Patriots, 69 yards on the first offensive play of the second half.
Really nicely delivered by Bryson, and the guy, here's the thing, now we've got a debate. I mean, you got Jay Sean, you got Jamarcus Prince, and now Caden Smith trying to enter.
The best interviewer of Brent's life, right?
But guys, I think we're also forgetting. Go back to those numbers for Bryson Kimbrough in the first half. What was he, 9 of 11?
172 yards.
9 of 11?
172 yards.
And now he's 10 of 12 for 250.
And adds 69 more yards.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So 240 plus?
Yeah, Bryson's got to be a candidate for sure. The extra point attempt brought to you by Dr. Brandy Patterson. is up, and it is good. So we'll stretch it to 46-7. 11:39.
Well, here's the other thing. 10 of 12 for 240-ish yards, whatever. But last week we talked about his, the number of pass plays that were being called. We're like, all right, we got to try to get into development. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
you were right. You're right.
Live it up.
And not that Brent would ever wrote something in. Yeah.
But, I'm just saying, that theme of last week, calling pass plays, trying to get Bryson more established, and then this week, going 10 of 12?
And he started off, did he not start off 0 for 1? Wasn't there a little swing pass that got knocked down?
I know he had the incompletion to Jackson Henderson also.
And those are the two ones. I think those are the two incompletions.
Wow. And the Jackson Henderson
it could have been
it was a catchable. It would have been a great play by Jackson, but it was catchable.
For sure.
Yeah. Still, the point is, Bryson's certainly developing. And even throwing with some touch tonight in a few situations.
Having a great game for sure.
Evan Williams to kick.
And I know you were a little critical of him last week. Harwood Real Estate kickoff from Evan Williams, high and short, fielded at the 14-yard line. Return up to about the 27, and Bryant will start there, first and 10. Jay Banks makes the tackle on Braylon Gray, the return man. Yeah, you were kind of critical of Bryson last week.
Well, I'll be honest with you. Bryson's biggest critic is often himself. Talking to folks, talking to Bryson, he does this. He studies this film. And it goes back to something I said earlier about how smart Bryson is. And sometimes he needs to forgive himself as well as just go with that first instinct instead of always trying to make the picture-perfect play.
And it kind of feels like that's what he's doing here tonight.
I agree with you, Brent.
I also like the fact that they're maybe making him a little more comfortable throwing the ball by allowing him more opportunities.
Right.
And the fact that he made a mistake and you go back to
here's a bad snap, but it's scooped up by the little running back, number 22, James Freeman. Yeah, that goes back to the script, right? How passes are being scripted to help get the team ready for the playoffs, get Bryson sharp when the passing game is needed.
I think it goes back a little bit of the script, but I think it goes back more to within the script, the plays that Bryson sees somebody and he waits a little bit too long.
Right.
He hopes it opens up. And I was talking to Coach Guy. He said the play is not always going to be perfectly as run.
Right.
Sometimes Bryson has to make a decision and go off script.
Right. True.
It also has a lot to do with just a level of comfort by being able to make those decisions.
The handoff over right side. Nowhere to go for the running back. Van Horn stopped at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and about 15.
I liken it to, let's pretend you're driving a car and you haven't driven a car very many times and you're up to a stoplight and it's your turn to go. Is it clear? Is it clear? Can I go? Can I go? The first time I do it, I don't feel quite as comfortable. I might wait for a wider gap. And then the second, I'm like, man, I can do this because I've done it so many times.
Oh, there's so much.
It's a little bit.
Yeah. So much to be said for reps.
Yeah.
Absolutely. 3rd down and 15 for the Stampede. Merriweather in an empty set, 4 wides to the left, 1 to the right. He drops back, slings this one down the middle of the field. And it is intercepted by Kamari Patton at about the 35-yard line.
Jaden Banks.
His momentum carries him back to about the 25, but it will be Patriot football on the interception by Kamari Patton.
I loved the Jaden Banks play. Trying to block the guy off of him to get the defender loose, the offensive player / now defensive player. But Kamari Patton really well done. And that's the second Willie Mays Hayes type of catch there.
Willie Mays Hayes.
Well, I mean, have you ever seen Major League?
Say hey, Willie.
Okay. Well, you've obviously never seen Major League.
Willie Mays Hayes. Yeah, I've seen it. Just a bit outside.
I think that movie is so funny.
It is a good movie.
I swear. He's like, you can't say that on the air. He's like, nobody's listening.
Charlie Sheen has never been better.
Oh, it's great.
He was winning. #winning in that movie.
New quarterback.
Okay. Yeah.
The freshman.
Jordan Shambly with the handoff to number 22.
Was that Jordan Shambly?
Yes.
Okay. Jordan Shambly. Okay. And we've also got Christian Ritchie in the game, and Christian makes that first carry right there of the night for him. He picks up 4 to the 30. It's 2nd down and 6.
And you can see a lot of times with freshmen, they may not be quite as comfortable with hand signals. And so
it has to do with reps.
Well, you're right. And so you get them over to the sideline to tell them the play call. And that way there's a little bit more time. You can explain things a little bit. And it also elongates the possession.
Chambly under center, hands it off to Christian Ritchie, who pounds it up the middle to the 34-yard line. Pickup of about 3, and it will be third down and 2 for the Pats.
One of the keys to victory tonight, guys, prior to the game, was development of depth. So not only establishing rhythm, which we've been able to do with Bryson and throwing the ball, but also development of depth. And now Chambly, a third quarterback in the game, or a third kid to play quarterback for us. And then, of course, Christian Ritchie just adding more depth to that running back position.
Chambly under center, hands this one off to Ladarius Walker over right guard. He crosses the 35 to the 36, very close to first down yardage.
Ritchie on the carry once again.
Let's see what the officials have to say.
Yeah, it's 4th and short.
Yeah, he's about maybe 10 inches short.
Oh, they're going to call it a first down.
Oh, okay. It looked like it was a little bit short to me, but I guess not.
They
no measurement even, yeah.
Yeah, I thought they might measure.
That's a little bit surprising. Okay, so Stephen Fikes All-State first down for the Pats.
I'm a little shocked at that.
Chambly under center, toss sweep. Christian Ritchie, no, that's not Christian Ritchie, but it's down the sidelines, 40, 35, cutting up to the middle of the field, 25, 20, 15, 10, and brought down at the 9-yard line is the Pats' Omari Chambers.
Nice.
How about that?
Great job,
Omari Chambers. He's listed as a linebacker in here at running back, and what a nice run. He needs to be a running back.
Did a really good job.
First down.
Thanks again to Stephen Fikes and Allstate Insurance for always sponsoring our first down. He's been an original sponsor for us.
Yeah, I know, and he's also been a little bit ill here lately, but I got a text from him a couple of days ago, said he's feeling better and he's up and about and doing well.
Great.
Here's a handoff to Christian Ritchie over right guard. Ritchie dives into the end zone. 9-yard touchdown run by Christian Ritchie, extending the lead to 53-7 with 7:37 remaining in the ball game. No, I'm sorry, in the third quarter. Okay, guys, I'm going to say it. We're going to break the record tonight. No, I've already said it.
No, you haven't.
You knew I would.
I didn't hear anything.
Mute.
No.
We are going to break the record tonight.
No, we're not. No, we're not. We're not.
Man, we were so close.
What you got to say, Brent, is there's no chance we break the record. Bessemer City 21, Central 14.
Ooh, good game there.
Yeah, but that's a big deal for Central as they're trying to get a playoff position.
Yeah, I know. Well, Bessemer City's still in the hunt, too.
Right. That's a playoff battle.
Kick is up and good. Thanks to Dr. Brandy Patterson for your sponsorship of our extra points and field goals. 54-7.
Paul Bryant, 7.
Thanks again to RSV and RSV Designs. I've also got Thompson 32, County High 0.
Not surprising.
This is probably not the most disappointed broadcast booth in this county. Let's see. How about let's give us a few more score.
Ooh, XL is beating Hillcrest.
On that.
That's the Jags of Hillcrest Evergreen.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay. Hoover 41, Chelsea 7.
Hey, is it Huffman that hasn't scored?
It is.
Let's look and see.
Does Huffman have any
they are
points
playing
tonight?
their best chance all year. They're playing Pell City tonight, who is also unwon.
Yes.
They have not won a game. They won one game on the field, but they HSAA took it away because of a violation.
Yeah, wouldn't that be great to see Rush Probst lose to a scoreless team?
I could think of no one better to allow Huffman to score.
Find that score. I'm interested in that one for sure.
In the meantime, I got Carver and Montgomery 26, Lanier 14.
Wow.
All right, here's the Harwood Real Estate kickoff. Hudson Hall kicks it away. It bounces at the 20. It's fielded at about the 18. Up the left side with a seam. Down the sideline 40, 35, 30, and pushed out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Good job by, let's see, who was that? Jimmy Rice Edison, not giving up on that one, but there is a flag back at the 45-yard line of Bryant, so I think this one's coming back even further.
In the meantime, Pell City 69.
What?
I've got Pell City 69, Huffman 0.
I have it. Pell City 0, Huffman 0 in the third.
I'm going to guess it's somewhere in between.
That's pretty good. You know, the funny thing is, boy, we are on some laughter tonight.
Oh, goodness.
Ho is finishing.
What side are you on?
That was Max Prep.
Okay, I'm on score stream.
See, on Scorebook Live, there's no score.
Third quarter, though?
It literally acts like the game hasn't even begun. So the only one I got is Max Preps. And it says fourth quarter, Pell City 69, Huffman nothing.
You know what? I can believe either of those.
Yeah.
I can believe either of those.
Well, now, they do have the scores by quarter on Max Preps, which makes it a little more believable.
Yeah, I mean,
28 in the first, 28 in the seventh. I don't know. I mean, they are playing the winless and scoreless Huffman Vikings.
True, but they're not too hot themselves.
No, they're not. But, hey, Rush just maybe coached them up this week. You never know. Getting fired up for that. Trying to get to 2 and 6.
First and 10, Bryant from the 35. Hillcrest 2s and 3s defense in the game. And the hard count gets the Pats to jump off sides. Actually, that's not all 2s and 3s in there, because jumping off sides there for Hillcrest is the starting defensive tackle, Tavion Johnson.
Patriots, 5 yards, first down and 5.
Oh, let's see. I'm interested to see. I've still got St. Paul's in a tight one with Blunt.
Here's the snap and the handoff over left end to Tobias Van Horn. He's got enough for the first down as he moves it 7 yards downfield. Stop the clock momentarily to move the sticks.
Patriots number 10, Jaden Banks.
Jaden Banks. Jaden, he's had a sneaky, decent year. You know, he's not a bad cover guy. He's had a pick 6. You know, he wears his hood in the hall a little too much for me.
What do you say that? I saw him without it today and complimented him on it.
I can't help it. I like him.
Merriweather back to pass play action, throws it down the middle of the field, and this one is incomplete at about the 10-yard line.
Jordan Head.
Jordan Head, your special teams MVP
he
from
is.
last week.
I know. I like that
What
kid.
type of interview was he?
He was
not as good as Caden.
Non-existent.
Oh.
He was not there.
Oh, Jordan.
Jordan. Jordan.
Golly.
Incoming Jordan.
After you gave him the MVP.
I'm going to have to find him in the hallway. I'm going to rip him.
Oh, and I still have his plaque, too. I need to get it to him.
Oh, man.
I forgot I need to get that to him. All right, here's Merriweather back to pass again, slinging this one down the middle of the field and incomplete, out of reach of anybody. So it'll be 3rd down and 10, 6:44 remaining in the third. By the way, an update on our battery life.
Yeah.
Where it reads 0%, yet we're still on the air.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey,
so if we do break the scores record, it'll be at the moment, the very moment we go off the air.
We've done much better than I expected us to based on the battery life.
I've
We're
got
at 0.
I want to mention one kid's name. We haven't talked about this kid a whole lot tonight, but he's been pretty relentless on pass rush, and that's A.J. Love. He's been in the face of Merriweather all night long. I don't think maybe he's got 1 sack, but whatever the case is,
no, I think it was Cockrell that had the
he has
sack.
hit him all night, and we haven't been able to talk about it because he didn't get a tackle.
Merriweather back, completes this one to the right side, down to the 31-yard line on the completion there to Miles Madden.
Again, A.J. in the face of Merriweather, not able to do a whole lot with him that time, but definitely trying to pressure him. I don't think that would count as a pressure, but I would guess, despite the fact he doesn't have any tackles for loss, or at least that I can remember, he has certainly affected Merriweather's play.
A mix of 1s and 2s on the field right now.
Yeah.
Mostly 2s, though. course, the players on the sideline cheering just as hard as ever to keep Bryant out of the end zone and keep this good average going. And there's an incomplete pass. Nice job coming up to break it up by the Pats, number 47, Joseph Davidson.
Nicely done. Development of depth.
Injury on the field, so we'll take a break. 6:14 remaining in the third quarter. Hillcrest up 54-7. Back after this on the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network.
Hey, Pats, have you heard about Linked for Life with Lori Lynn? Hillcrest Football's longtime friend and supporter is offering this new permanent jewelry service, and here are the reasons you should give it a try. You'll have no hassle to find jewelry in the mornings. It's low maintenance. It's water resistant. It goes with everything. It's tarnish resistant. It's classy and timeless. It's fun to do with friends. It's easy to take off if you need to, and simply because you want to. Contact Lori Lynn at 205-886-3093 and get Linked for Life today.
One more time. One more time. One more time.
At Alabama Credit Union, we know what it takes to get it right.
One more time.
Visit alabamacu.com today and feel good about your money.
And we're back at Roy Johnson Stadium. 6:14 remaining in the third quarter. Hillcrest up 54-7 over the Bryant Stampede here at Homecoming 2023. Injured player on the field is being helped to the Bryant sideline. A little bit of a delay in getting him there at the moment, but I think now he's back up on his feet and will make his way into the white paint across the way on the sideline, and we'll get this game started back again momentarily. Coach B, you through with your burger bite there?
I did. I took the birthday cheeseburger and swallowed it, so we're good to go.
We're missing Brad Armstrong over here.
Well, I'm
know
sure
where he
he'll be
went.
back somewhere in the next couple minutes, couple hours.
Yeah, who really cares, right? All right. Merriweather, 2nd and 10, takes the snap, slings it out over to the right side. The receiver trips, and it goes over his head. That was intended there for Zavante Perkins. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
You know, Brent, and I can imagine two people up here, one being Brad Armstrong, the second being Kevin Thomas, are really hoping this trend continues. It's been a long game. We're not even halfway through the second quarter, and it's already almost 9:15 right now. So, the dance starts right after this game. And Brad and Kevin would love a reason to be occupied up here.
Because it's got to last.
Exactly.
It's got to end at midnight, right?
Right, that is correct. How do you get that email?
The snap, Merriweather being pressured, slings this one across the middle, and it is caught at the 2-yard line. So Joshua Hines reels that one in at the 2, and it'll be 1st and goal for the Stampede.
I think Coach Patterson's going to be pretty disappointed, especially with some of the safeties and cornerbacks allowing those Bryant receivers to get a lot of pretty easy grabs tonight. Some good passes by Merriweather, but they've been able to get behind him or at least get a couple steps on him several times.
So Bryant threatening 1st and goal at the 2. Here's the snap. Quarterback sneak. Merriweather takes it in the end zone. Touchdown Stampede, making it 54-13 with 5:42 remaining in the third.
Once again, Brad said before he had to run off for a second, you better believe everybody on that sideline on the defensive side knows exactly how many points we've given up each game and where we stand. So when these 2s or a combination of the 1s and 2s give up points, you know that that defensive squad down there is ready to get on them because every point matters to them.
Right. Agreed.
Agreed. Agreed. But you know what? At this point, since you're the birthday guy, then let's just agree on everything except for if it has anything to do with Tennessee, Alabama.
Oh, Brad, you made it no fun.
Brandy Patterson extra point attempt is up, and it's no good.
Were you trying to go next door and get a hot clock so you could make it into the dance? Is that you were gone and you were like, we really need a hot clock because I've just got to be in there to that dance.
I had to make a bit of a pit stop, but look, here's the thing. I'm telling you, however long it takes to take this camera down, that's how I'm going to be.
Donald's an expert at it.
We're going to get out in the effort.
I got to get home. We're going to get out of here.
Guys,
absolutely.
Get this wrapped up quickly.
I am here for the long haul.
And I'm going to give Jeff moment by moment update so he can expect you in there.
Tell you what. Yes. We probably are going to have to make sure. Kevin, you and I better do a building check.
You're going to plan to stay a little while and help clean up the stadium, right?
I did bring my backpack.
That's all you got to do.
Yeah. Well, it's not going to pick itself up, guys.
The alumni thing, you got a lot of hands to shake down there.
I do. a lot of babies to kiss. You know, it's just.
In all honesty, it was great seeing a lot of our alumni come back. A lot of them for the first time. Well, obviously, Alabama linebacker Keith Holcomb was down there as well.
Oh, nice.
It's great to see Keith and his 2 children and his beautiful wife. They now live in Pensacola. I saw a lot of kids from the class of 2014 that had not been back since we had built or had this new turf field, though, Brent.
It blows you away when you see
really
it for the first time, too. All right, here's the Harwood Real Estate kickoff. Coming from the Stampede's Diego Marquez Zamora. Toe to leather. It's high. It's short. It's fielded at the 18-yard line. Up to the 25. Spin move. Down to the 33-yard line. On the return there. By the Pats. Let's see. Who was that?
29. 28.
No.
No, it was 29.
No, it was 13.
Oh, you're talking about for them to tackle?
No, for us.
No. 29 was the ball carrier.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll take your word for it. You know, tomorrow is my birthday.
Yes.
It's also Baker's birthday.
Yes.
Do you think it's going to be a relaxing day for me?
It depends on.
Absolutely not.
Hopefully it is.
We've got like 15 to 20 teenagers coming to our house at 5 o'clock tomorrow. Wow. What do you think I'm going to be doing on my birthday?
You're going to be locked in the room.
Cleaning the house, mowing the grass, all that kind of stuff, right? Getting ready for the party. But, it's 5 o'clock, and that game is not going to be over at 5 o'clock.
I was about to say, they better respect your TV time,
I'm going to pull the birthday card and say,
Good call.
I am not coming to this party until this game is over.
And if it ends badly, I'm not going at all.
No, I'll still go. Fatherhood trumps footballhood.
Good for you, Brent Jones. Now, you might be mean to all the kids, but by God, you'll be there.
Right.
I'm not talking to any kids without with an earpiece in. Hold on, kid. I'm listening to Third Down.
No, I won't be listening. I'll be watching, and I'll be in another room.
Are you an earpiece guy in the game, Brent?
No, absolutely not.
Oh.
I'm just saying if I was at a birthday party, I would be.
Okay. Heck, are you a seat cushion guy?
Did you hear me say, though, I'm not going to be at the party. I'm going to be in another room.
The only time that I'm an earpiece guy is when my dad is next to me on 3rd and 7.
Brad, you laid down the street when you were 4? Our 3rd poodle just had another litter.
Dad, it's 3rd and 7. It's 3rd and 7, Dad. He's probably listening anyway.
I went to a bowl game with Brad and his father one time about 10, 11 years ago.
Yep.
That's a true story. 3rd and 7, big play. And Brad's dad, Rogers, telling stories from a next-door neighbor when Brad was a teenager.
And I said, Dad, it's 3rd down. We're going to have to talk about this after the play.
Well, it's 2nd down here, and it's about to be 2nd and longer because there's a false start.
Well, when you meet Brad's father, you realize he comes about it honestly. But, Mr. Armstrong, if you are listening, we hope you're doing very well, though.
Golly. He's a pretty good guy.
Is he a Tennessee fan?
Nah, he's Ohio State.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
That's right.
Remember now, all my family's from Southern Ohio.
I hadn't heard.
You didn't know that? Hey, did you guys know that I work with the women's basketball team in Tennessee?
Did you have a neighbor who had a lot of puppies?
You didn't know that?
I do now.
You didn't know that I went
Jordan
to Tennessee?
Shambly back to pass, completes this one across the middle to the Patriots. Brooks Tunnell at about the 35-yard line. It's a nice pickup of about 12 yards. It's still well short of the first down, though, and it will be 4th down and about 7 for the Pats. That's 4th down, isn't it? Oh, it is 3rd down. That's right, there was a penalty before. My bad. Okay, so it's 3rd down and 7 for the Pats.
36-yard line.
Up here, too much talking about Brad's dad and not paying enough attention to
we're
the
up
game,
54-13.
right?
All sorts of
we
things
got a
come
whole
out.
quarter left.
Yeah.
What's our power now? Is it still at 0%? We're still at 0%.
I got a feeling we're just decreasing by minute portions. You know, it's probably 0.97 or something like that.
Yeah. It's amazing we made it this far. I formation, Chambly under center, takes the snap, hands it off on the belly G, and look out, 50, 45, 40. Christian Ritchie all the way down to the Bryant 30-yard line. 29 yards on the carry on the belly G by Christian Ritchie.
Yeah, nicely done by Christian. And you got to figure Christian is the kind of kid that we're going to be saying his name for a long, long time, fellas. I'll tell you, I don't know how long you guys plan on working here at Hillcrest High School, but I got kids to send to college. I got two. I got one in and one coming.
Oh, I thought you were saying 2 more years. You saying?
I mean,
that's what he. Oh, well,
he's only got one kid though, so that's
I can tell you how long I'm going to be here. You want me to?
Okay.
I would say it's about. Ooh, here's a handoff. This time to Ladarius Walker. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe about a yard to the 29, making it 2nd down and 9. Yeah, my plan. I mean, I'll be at the broadcast probably for the rest of my life, but my plan as far as teaching here at Hillcrest.
Okay.
I'm thinking 4 more years.
4 more, huh? Okay.
The boy
Baker
starts
through
in
high
9th
school.
grade.
Gotcha.
Yep, next year he graduates. I graduate too.
The things we do for our kids.
And that'll be 36 years of teaching.
Man.
Don't you think it's time? Don't you think I've earned it?
Yeah.
Hand off to Christian Ritchie on the belly G, 20, 15, 10, and out of bounds at the 5. They'll mark him at the 4. It'll be 1st and goal in the Centel Home Design red zone for the Pats. Christian Ritchie putting up some numbers again. You know, at one point in this season, he was the leading rusher on the team.
Brent, every time he
just
gets the ball,
time.
he hits the hole so hard.
Yeah,
he does.
Love that.
And maybe he'll learn some patience. You know, Jay and Jay Sean look for blocks. You know, Christian Ritchie, just give it to me, let me go.
I'll say something about that here in a minute. It's something I like. He's at the fullback position now, I formation. Chambly under center. Hands it off to Christian, and Christian bounces outside and into the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots, as the score moves to 60 to 13. 2:11 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Guys, y'all can say jinx all you want to. It's happening here tonight.
You know what, though? Here's the thing. It's all running plays. I think it may happen on a defensive score. If it's going to happen, I think it's going to happen on a pick six, a scoop and score.
To score one,
You're
one
right,
touchdown.
but I would not be shocked if that 4th quarter clock gets running pretty hot.
Dr. Brandy Patterson, extra point attempt coming your way.
This 3rd quarter seems to have lasted quite some time.
New kicker in the game for Hillcrest, and it is no good. The attempt there by Matthew Harbin, the sophomore.
Also, new holder, I believe,
stays
on
at
that
60
play.
to 13.
The holder,
I think it was Wyatt Garner.
I was about to say it's Wyatt Garner.
Yeah.
Covered 67 yards in
So
7 plays.
he's developing into, they're trying to develop into a special teams guru, because much like Jameson, Colson, those kids have been so good for us on special
We're
teams.
losing both the long snapper and the holder at the end of this season.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They've been great for
So
4
we've got to
years,
have
too.
some replacements. Now,
You coach next year's team today.
100%. 14 minutes and 11 seconds, as far as we know, remain in the game. Its current score is 60 to 13. Will Hillcrest score 3 more points or more?
I mean, what are we putting the odds at? I mean, you know, we already had minus 10,000.
It's happening, guys.
What are you saying?
It's happening.
Coach, hey, Mr. Thomas says yes. It's happening.
I say it too.
Hold on. I'm going to check with my magic 8 ball. It says signs point
Let
to
me shake the magic 8 ball.
The signs are pointing to it's likely.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, gosh. We still have to do the whole lights out thing at end of the 3rd.
Yes, we do.
And we'll have a post game. I mean, guys, I don't think I'm going to make the dance.
Here's a high kick from Hudson Hall, fielded at the 12-yard line.
Oh, block in the back.
And tackle made at the 22-yard line.
By the way,
Braylon Gray, the return man.
okay, I got a good one.
Go.
It's 60-13.
Yep.
There's 13 whatever left. What will there be more of? Hillcrest points or penalty flags?
I mean,
Okay. This is like a prop bet, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
so basically, if you think Hillcrest is going to score or not.
Because we were running out of time.
All right, 1st and 10 for Bryant.
I'll say Hillcrest points.
I agree.
Okay.
You already
Okay.
talking about flags, total flags, or flag yardage?
Flags.
Okay.
Just because I figured they're not going to throw any.
Right.
I mean, it's one of those things like I think they're going to start being like,
Merriweather completes this one at the 35 to number 9, Miles Madden, and he's tackled at the 39. That's a pickup of 12, enough for a first down for the Stampede. Okay, here's the big question. Which will happen first? We break the scoring record for Hillcrest, or our battery runs out?
Can I bet simultaneous? Like it just completely breaks it?
Something's going to break.
The snap, pass deep down the left sideline is incomplete. Goes over everybody's head, but there is a flag on the play.
Roughing the passer.
Roughing the passer against Hillcrest is going to be called, so that'll be an automatic first down for the Stampede. And with Bryant passing every play, it's making this game even longer because the clock stops after every incompletion.
I wonder what the conversation. I'm serious.
I agree.
Was there a hot clock conversation?
I was thinking the same thing because it's not hot clock.
Yeah.
I mean, they're down by 47 with 13 and a half minutes left in the game. You got to think Bryant decided not to use it or did not want it.
Do you think they'll be like in the fourth quarter? They're going to say, "Okay, now
Hot
we'll do
clock
it."
in the fourth quarter.
Possibly,
I think that's a possibility.
If they don't, then I think we definitely break the scoring record because that's going to
But
frustrate
if they
Jamie
do, it
Mitchell.
becomes in jeopardy as to whether we break it.
Agreed.
Can you do that about the car hat? You only do it for one
You can, I think once the coaches decide, I think they can just go for it.
It's like last week they randomly decided on 10-minute quarters,
Which I've never seen.
It was strange. It's Bryant calling.
Lord.
All right, so Bryant's going to call a timeout, so we will take a break with the score Hillcrest 60, Bryant 13. Back after this on the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network. Hey pets, have you heard about Linked for Life with Lori Lynn? Hillcrest Football's longtime friend and supporter is offering this new permanent jewelry service, and here are the reasons you should give it a try. You'll have no hassle to find jewelry in the mornings. It's low maintenance, it's water resistant, it goes with everything, it's tarnish resistant, it's classy and timeless, it's fun to do with friends, it's easy to take off if you need to, and simply because you want to. Contact Lori Lynn at 205-886-3093 and get Linked for Life today.
One more time. One more time. One more time.
At Alabama Credit Union, we know what it takes to get it right.
One more time.
Visit alabamacu.com today and feel good about your money.
Oh, by the way, we're back. I'm talking to Kevin Thomas about the Bryant Band and their band director, Selwyn Reed, who was there when I was there at Bryant. Actually left for a little while and came back. Does a great job with that band over there. Minute 12 remaining in the third quarter. After the 5-yard gain on the run, it's 2nd down and 5 for Bryant. The snap, Merriweather play action pass. This one incomplete and so close to making the pickoff is number 37, Gunnar Webb, who stepped in front of the pass but was not able to reel it in.
And that freshman saw himself breaking that scoring record right there, because if he was able to bring that in,
you're right.
he was going 60 the other way.
I think you're right.
And
you see on this replay, he just barely.
What are the odds of who breaks it? What you're about to say.
You couldn't see it on the replay, though, because our cameraman didn't follow the ball on that play.
whoever it is going down, at least for us, in infamy.
Infamy?
I mean, I'm sorry.
Infamy. Going down in infamy. Here's a handoff over right tackle, first down yardage to the 30, to the 25, out of bounds at the 21. Tobias Van Horn stops the clock at 41.9 seconds.
That person will also be an integral part.
Here's another thing, y'all. Not only is Hillcrest on the verge of breaking the all-time scoring record for the school, Bryant is on the verge of scoring more points than anybody this season so far.
Correct.
Merriweather hands it off to Van Horn again, who takes it up the gut, moves it to the 17-yard line, pick up about 4, second down and 6. Yeah, that's another little sidebar drama there and source of interest to see if we can keep them under the highest scoring team against Hillcrest so far this year. We have all kinds of sidebar dramas going here, don't we?
A lot of prop bets.
Merriweather in shotgun. That's going to be the end of the third quarter. We'll take a break and return after this. Your score, Hillcrest 60, Bryant 13. This is the Hillcrest football. No, wait. Keep it here. Keep it here. Yeah, we got to keep it here. I always forget this. We got to keep it here, though, for the jumping around, right? Yeah. All right, here we go. Fourth quarter ready to begin. 12 minutes left in this one. Hillcrest up 20. What? 20 times 3.
20 times 3 minus
20 times 3
is
to
47.
7 plus 6.
Correct.
When you said 20, I was thinking,
where's he going
are you
with
going to
this
say
one?
25 seconds on the play clock?
I don't know. I don't know why that came out.
I think we're all a little bit homecoming tired at this point. Yeah. That's a good word for it.
We used to call it slap happy.
Slap happy.
That's right.
Yeah.
Overall winner for Hillcrest High School's homecoming 2020.
Overall winner for homecoming?
The seniors.
The seniors.
Yeah, that seems legitimate.
Okay.
How did the seniors win? Man.
Merriweather, snap goes high, but he's able to reel it in. He's being pressured. He completes this pass over to the left side. Completed there to Braylon Gray once again, and that's enough for the first down. It'll be first and goal from the 5.
And the clock is still stopping, guys.
Stopping.
There's a flag on the play.
Oh, there's a flag.
Hey, there's 1-0.
It is 1-0.
1-0 flag. Okay. Remember,
No, it's on us.
Oh, is it?
It's Hillcrest points, not Bryant points.
Okay. Hillcrest points versus flags.
What just happened?
A personal foul against Hillcrest. That'll be a half the distance of the goal penalty, and Bryant will have it first and goal from the 3.
First and goal for the Stampede from the 3.
Here's a handoff and a nice job coming up to make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Stopped by the Patriots, number 61.
Good job by number 61 there, Drake Elmore, coming up from his linebacker spot to make the tackle for a loss all the way back to the 6-yard line. Second and goal from the 6.
I've been pretty impressed with some of these guys. I mean, I realize they're not the starters, but I think they do too. but their motor is really
Especially
going
that
hard.
front
Yeah, look.
four.
Yes. I'm telling you, those linebackers are doing a great job, too.
I'm really wanting them to keep them out of the end zone here.
Yeah, me too.
Merriweather in shotgun formation, flanked by his running back, Brandon Good. Here's a pass in the end zone over the head of his intended receiver as Merriweather was being pressured there by the Patriots, number 28, Jamichael Watson.
Third down and goal.
This is a
third and goal.
If there's any drama left in this game, this is it.
Well, this and the scoring.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, because the game has obviously been decided as far as the winner. But from a standpoint of the score or the outcome or any sort of records or whatever.
Defense looks fired up. Let's see if they can hold him out of the end zone for 2 more plays. Merriweather directing traffic.
Timeout.
Timeout is called by Bryant. With that timeout, we'll take a break. 60-13 in favor of the Pats. This is the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network.
55 years of blood, sweat, and tears, we rolled into one. Hand tossed in a homemade sauce. Well, they did something nobody's done. It's a late night itching, a game day tradition. It's Sunday after church. From Tennessee to Florida, Mississippi to Georgia, we keep putting our chicken first, and it's golden fried and made with pride. It's the chicken people speaking since '65. It's Guthrie's, Guthrie's, Guthrie's chicken.
Serving the University of Alabama alumni, students, and fans since 1939, Bama Stuff is the perfect place for all your Bama merchandise needs. They have a large selection of Nike official on-field apparel, as well as
All right, here we go, and the completion over on the right side, and the tackle made at the 5-yard line. Completion there to Justin Morton out of the backfield, but a nice job by the Pats defense coming up to stop him short. It's going to be 4th and goal from the 5. Can the Patriots prevent Bryant from being the highest scoring team against the Patriots so far this year?
I think, you're building this up. I think they feel the same way.
Absolutely.
I think they feel the same way.
The ones on the sideline are building them up
Absolutely. They're all talking and thinking about this.
I'm telling you, and it looks like they are legitimately, their effort level is
all right,
really
here we
high.
go. Merriweather with the ball, rolling to his left. He's going to try to run this one in. And he stops short. Stops short of the goal line. Jay Banks coming out to make the tackle, keeping Merriweather out of the end zone and preserving the sort of record, I guess.
The funny thing is, did you see Matt? I'm telling you.
The sideline went crazy.
Yeah, Brooks Folks hit him hard. Knocked his helmet off, and the sideline went crazy. I love it. I love it. If you don't think that right there,
first and goal,
it has a tremendous amount of growth to the team.
And you better believe they're going to watch that in the film room, too.
Yep.
That is a big, I know it's 16-13, but that's a big, 16-13, that's a big play.
Absolutely. Agreed.
Let's go 95, boys.
All right, Jordan Shamley hands it off to Christian Ritchie.
Go, Christian. Go,
Christian down the sidelines all the way to the 29-yard line. Big pickup of 27 yards for Christian Ritchie on the belly G. And that'll be a Stephen Fikes All-State first down for the Pats. Yeah, that would be great to cap it off with a long 95-yard drive.
Ritchie with a big burst, moving the chains.
And I expect the clock to start. There we go. Okay. Normal clock still with the 47-point
I guess they
lead.
decided to just play it all out.
Yeah.
Christian Ritchie in there. No, that's Ladarius Walker in at tailback now. Christian Ritchie at the fullback position. And here's another handoff to Christian, who bounces it to the outside on the belly G. He's pushed out of bounds at the 35-yard line. That's still a gain of about 7. It'll be 2nd down and 3.
Earlier, we've talked about this several times.
Clock is running now.
Yeah, but on the field, they said his forward progress was stopped before he was pushed out of bounds.
But look, we've talked about the hot clock and the shortened game and that kind of thing, and we're kind of like, well, why didn't Bryant agree to that? You know what? I wouldn't agree to that. It feels like pity. it feels like you're better than us, and you want me to shorten the game because we're not good. And I might take some exception to that.
Well,
so
I'll say
Bryant.
something about that here in just a minute.
Yeah.
Here's a pitch out to Christian Ritchie, and he's met in the backfield. Notice Ladarius Walker on the carry that time. He'll lose a couple of yards. Jamie Mitchell wants to play the game.
Oh, I agree.
He does not want the hot clock. He's disappointed every time they ask for the hot clock.
But I still say
he wants to get his guys some action out there.
I think it's good for Bryant to not ask for it, or however that process works.
Right.
Yeah. These guys are getting more reps. That helps.
Yep.
Especially at this point in the year, fellas.
3rd down and 5. Here's Christian Ritchie. Over right tackle, crossing the 40, down to the 39-yard line. That's a gain of 8 and enough for a Stephen Fikes All-State first down.
I love it. I see some physicality still being played out there by the Hillcrest Patriots. I saw Mason Booth in that left tackle position getting physical, and then Christian Ritchie refusing to get tackled so easily, trying to stiff arm some Bryant defenders, stamping some stamps. Huh?
Stamping some stamps.
Well,
I like that.
Let's do it. That's right. Stamp. Chambly leading the boys down the field.
Handoff to Ladarius Walker over left guard. Not much room there, but a flag comes in from the secondary.
Clock didn't move.
No, that wasn't Ladarius. I'm sorry. That was Cedric. Oh, that was that CJ? No, that's got to be somebody else. That's another 17? Huh. What do you got? I have no idea.
Well, my guess is we've got a bunch of boys that are eligible for, and then what happens is they take their jersey and say, hey, get some. I mean, we have 140 kids on the football team. Or 150, something like that. I mean, we only have 99 or 100 jerseys.
Penalty is against the Patriots.
What was the call?
Didn't see it. 10 yards, so I'm guessing holding, but I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, the thing is, in reality, you roster these kids and you mark them, but you can only have, so many kids with the same number.
The snap and the handoff to Christian Ritchie, who moves it up to the 40. He keeps pushing forward.
Oh, why did they blow the whistle?
The whistle before he was down. They're going to mark his forward progress at the 41-yard line. But it's still a nice pickup of about 8 yards by Christian Ritchie, bulling his way forward. And it's going to be 2nd down and about 11. 7:38 and counting. The drama continues as to whether Hillcrest can break the all-time scoring record or not.
Currently, flags 1, Pats 0.
Flags 2.
Flags 2.
Flags
Pats
2,
0. That's right.
Handoff to Christian Ritchie over left guard this time. He moves it forward 4 yards to the 45. It's going to be short of the first down by about 7. 3rd down and 7.
Gain of 4. 3rd down and 7.
I don't know if Chambly is going to do a whole lot of passing in this situation, but are they going to let him just run it on? I mean, are you going to continue to run a play on 3rd and 7? You know what I'm saying? I mean, at some point, are they going to allow him to try to get a first down?
All right, we have an injury on the field, so we'll take a Tidwell paint and body timeout. 6:54 left in the game. Hillcrest up 60-13. Back after this on the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network.
Patriot Nation, it's definitely worth your while to make the short trip down 69 South to Tammy's Salon. Tammy's is located in Moundville on Highway 69, just down from Family Dollar. They offer men's, women's, and kids' haircuts, color and highlight services, perms, and facial waxing. Friendly customer service and great cuts and color at very affordable prices are what you'll find at Tammy's. Come support the salon in Moundville that supports the Pats. Tammy's Salon.
One more time. One more time. One more time.
At Alabama Credit Union, we know what it takes to get it right.
One more time.
Visit alabamacu.com today and feel good about your money.
All right. We are back. 3rd down and 7 for the Pats at the 45-yard line. The toss sweep over left end gets nowhere to number 17, whoever he may be. And it'll be 4th down for the Pats, and the punting unit will come out. All right, we're in danger of...
Tell me, it's going to happen.
Sorry. Go ahead.
It's going to happen on defense. We're going to get a scoop and score, a pick six, something like that, Brent.
Okay.
Soothsayer? Question mark?
We're going to find out the next 6 minutes.
Birthday present guy? We shall see.
The most amazing thing to me has been that our power was on 1% in the first half, in the first quarter, and we're now, all right, well, here's the punt. Coming from Evan Williams, it's high. It will bounce and take a Bryant bounce at about the 29, and it bounced.
touched it.
Yeah.
No, but Hillcrest had already touched it.
It doesn't matter. It's not been down.
Well, there's a penalty coming in. What is the call going to be there? Oh, no, that's not a penalty. That's a
if he
beanbag.
touches it, isn't it our ball?
No,
I don't think so. I think once we touched it, that basically gave Bryant a free roll to be able to pick it up and go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then once he touches it.
Shouldn't it be down right there where we touch it?
Yeah. No, well, unless it's the worst of the spots. So, like, if we touch it and then it goes away from us and towards the southern end zone, then we would have touched it and
but
it'd be down there.
But I think at that point it doesn't matter what Bryant does.
I agree. I think that's the rule, too.
I think they can't just come in and punch it.
They can if they want to.
I mean, I'm saying
they can grab it and take it home if they want to.
Yeah, but they failed to do that there. That's a really interesting one. Let's look that up.
Look that up. There you go. Nothing better to do.
I'm going to
right?
be tonight's Francis and Baggett of the rules.
Here's a pass across the middle. Oh, my goodness. It looked like the Patriots, number 29, Ketori Howard, had a chance to pick that one off at the 45, but he didn't just.
That clock's not hot, but that
juice.
clock is warm. The person running
it's a warm clock.
It is a good 10 to 12 seconds after the ball hit the ground that the clock finally stopped.
Second down and 10 for the Stampede. .5:28 remaining. Here's a high snap. It's caught by Leatherwood. He'll just keep this one. Move it forward to about the 37-yard line as he drags tacklers. A gain of about 7. It'll be 3rd down and 3.
On the stop, Cole Hudgens. 3rd down and 3.
Good physicality still by these Hillcrest defenders. They don't know what number string they are.
5 minutes remaining. Titanic struggle.
I heard John Merrill say it was a Titanic struggle.
Oh, look at this. Tackle in the backfield, keeping him short. Barely getting back to the line of scrimmage. Great penetration there by the Pats' defensive front and linebackers. It'll be 4th down and 3.
Number 69, William Hallmark. And number 21, Jordan Head.
Jordan Head.
There he is again. But he can't be the player of the game this week.
Especially after no showing.
Yeah.
Come on, Jordan.
Huddle.
Can't no-show us.
Huddle.
No respect on this show. No respect.
Jay-Sean Land is running onto the field because it looks like Bryant is going to punt.
I'd love for Jay-Sean to break the record. I love that kid.
That'd be great. Okay, here we go. Can we make it happen? Look, Bryant running somebody out at the last minute, but it's too late. The play clock has been out forever.
And then reset and started over. Look at it.
Jay-Sean will call a fair catch at the 40. Yeah, the play clock ended, and then 5 seconds later, the play
Well, then the play clock started over.
The rules don't matter at this point, right?
Hey.
Okay.
Oh, God.
My penalty flag versus Hillcrest points sounded stupid, and I'm winning 2-0.
Boy, wait a second. You took the flags?
I didn't take either. I just thought it was interesting prop bet.
Okay, so 1st and 10 for the Pats, 41-yard line. They have 59 yards to go. to break the record. 3 minutes and 49 seconds. I want to see Christian Ritchie break one. Is he even in the game? He's not in the game. Oh, man.
Come on.
Let's go with Darius Walker.
That was our
this time.
biggest chance to have Christian Ritchie in there.
We like the other guys too, though.
I mean, I'll be happy with anybody doing it. I just thought our chances were better with Christian in there.
It's called a timeout?
Who called a timeout? Brian calls a timeout.
Lee.
What?
Is the dance started yet?
I mean, have you guys paid Bryant to make this game as long as it can be so you don't have to go?
You went and talked to the Bryant coaching staff in that booth, and you said, hey, guys, listen, I know the scoreboard's not your way, but how about a little bit of 20 here to keep this clock stopped?
Hey, I got another 20 if we get Hillcrest to take their 3. Oh. Man.
Well, guys, we're up 47.
I know. Hey, living life.
Yep.
Good times, guys. Good times.
I'm just happy. Sorry, there's another yawn.
Oh, wait a minute.
I'm just happy that homecoming's over.
I was going to say I'm just happy that it looks like Brian is going to be held under the highest score against Hillcrest.
You're
this
right.
season.
Now that every team has finished their game so far. Bessemer City final, 28-21, Purple Tigers over the Central Falcons.
I think I picked that one.
I did not.
No, you
I'm
didn't.
pretty sure
We're
I
all the
took
same.
Central. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Jordan Shamley tackled in the backfield. Lose about 3 yards. Second down and 13.
Clay Chalkwell, 28, Oxford, 14. That's a final. They're all finals. Melbrook, 54. Mortimer Jordan, 14. Let's see. St. Paul's beats Blunt, 21-0. Thanks again to RSV Designs, rsvdesigns.com.
What's the Helena score?
I'm right
They're
here.
undefeated.
Helena, 49, Kalira, Jack. So Helena still looks like, by the way, guys, we're region champs, man.
Hey, you're right.
Here's
Yes.
a handoff.
Get the leg, get the leg.
Almost breaking through. Goes the running back. Didn't catch his number, did you guys?
Nope.
17?
That's too busy yelling.
Was that 17?
I don't know. I just guessed.
Hey, try something for me.
Okay.
Theodore, 42, McGill, 7.
There's a bug where the numbers go to black for a note or a flag and then don't return to white. If you hit clear notes, I think it may go back to black and white. back to white.
It does.
You hit clear notes? Oh, okay.
Notes.
All right.
I mean, is there something clear up there? I don't see it.
No. Okay.
Get
Here's
outside.
a pitch out to Ladarius Walker. He's got a first down. He's down inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 2:20 remaining.
Oh,
That's
the
enough
clock's
for the
still
first
running. They'll
down.
stop it. First down. There we go.
Inside Paul Bryant territory.
Now, I wonder if these guys on the sideline are aware of the potential scoring record and if they're pulling for that.
Doesn't look that way. How many plays do we have left, guys, realistically?
4. Yeah, I said 4.
Okay.
Another BMW Tuscaloosa first down.
We have big-time sponsorship here. BMW of Tuscaloosa sponsors our first down. We should give us a car.
Oh, here's a handoff. Nice run up the middle. 7 yards.
Taylor.
Jamari Taylor? Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Sounded that way.
Brad, that's our kid.
I don't know who that is.
That's not their kid. You said that like,
What?
yeah, that was a Bryant.
That's a Bryant kid who made the tackle.
Oh, okay. Well, who was it who running the ball? I didn't see.
The mystery
24.
number 17.
Oh, mystery 17.
Oh, I thought it was still 24.
No, that wasn't. That's Ladarius Walker.
Oh, okay.
He's played a lot this year.
Homewood over Pelham. By the way, Pelham is now eliminated from playoff contention after losing to Homewood tonight. Final score, Spain Park 50, Hewitt 29.
That's an upset.
Yes, huge upset to me. No. Face mask.
The handoff to Ladarius Walker. Picks up a yard. We're down almost to a minute remaining. Gosh,
One
guys,
play.
you jinxed it. You
One
jinxed
play.
it.
Well,
I jinxed it, I know.
we're the Jinxers. Isn't there like a band or something that's like Johnny and the Jinxers or something like that?
Third down and 4.
I don't know. Maybe?
Oh, man. We're in the picture
Okay,
formation.
Victory
They
formation.
sing happy birthday. They sing happy birthday. They say,
snap, the knee from Jordan Chambly. That's going to be the last play of this game. The record is not broken. It stands. Hillcrest wins this one 60-13. We'll return with our post-game show. Lots of stuff to do. It's going to take us a really long time to do it too, Brad, right?
It's going to take about 2 hours and 6 minutes.
We'll be back after this. This is the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network.
Hey, Pats, have you heard about Linked for Life with Lori Lynn? Hillcrest Football's longtime friend and supporter is offering this new permanent jewelry service, and here are the reasons you should give it a try. You'll have no hassle to find jewelry in the mornings. It's low maintenance. It's water resistant. It goes with everything. It's tarnish resistant. It's classy and timeless. It's fun to do with friends. It's easy to take off if you need to, and simply because you want to. Contact Lori Lynn at 205-886-3093 and get Linked for Life today. When the Patriot Nation gets hungry for Chinese food, there is no doubt about where to go. Lee Palace in Inglewood Village. Lee Palace has been in the same location for 20 years and loves the Hillcrest community. You just can't beat their incomparably delicious Chinese cuisine in a family-owned, friendly environment that is second to none. The folks at Lee Palace love what they do and are very passionate about providing you with the best in town. Lee Palace says, go Pats!
All right, we're back here at Roy Johnson Stadium. Your final once again, Hillcrest 60 and Bryant 13. All right, guys, you want to go to the Guthrie stat line here, huh?
Yes.
Let me turn your mic on there. Okay.
Oh, Lord, I can't talk about how much I love Guthrie's if I'm muted.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Okay, for the Pats.
Band.
Oh my goodness, y'all! This is definitely a record as far as yards go, possibly for Hillcrest. 425 on the ground. Wow. 253 through the air.
Dang. That's nearly 700 yards.
425 on the ground, 253 in the air.
Okay. Dang, 678.
And look, that 253 was only on 11 completions. 11 of 13, 253 yards, and 4 touchdowns for Bryson Kimbrough.
And no interceptions, correct?
And no interceptions.
That's fantastic.
What a game.
Really good.
He had some receivers who had great games as well, but listen to this, guys. Christian Ritchie had 12 carries for 133 yards and 2 touchdowns. That guy just makes things happen when he gets in the game, doesn't he?
Man.
Jay-Sean Land, 3 for 66 and 2 TDs. Jay Brown, 5 for 60. Amarian Chambers, 1 for 55. Caden Smith, 2 for 47 and a score. Shamar Moore, 1 for 39. Let's see, receiving. Caden Smith, 4 catches, 101 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Ooh, he was really explosive tonight. I really liked what we saw from Caden. I thought he just looked like maybe a more mature player.
Guthrie's.
I agree.
He did really good things with the ball in his hands, and he was explosive.
That's what I was saying. He seems like he has that next gear.
Yes.
Honestly, as a 15, maybe a 16-year-old, it's pretty impressive to see that
Can he be a potential just a go guy?
Think so.
Like, hey, run the 9 route, go.
Look, you just get the ball in his hands and exciting things happen.
I know, but man, we don't. Jamarcus is such a A.J. Brown kind of guy.
Yeah. That's a good comparison. It's very good comparison.
Randy Moss.
Right. And maybe not a blow the top off the defense, but Caden seemed like he kind of had that tonight. I was really impressed with both of those guys. I thought they complemented each other very well.
He says, nice catch, Caden. And then Jamarcus says, well, your catch was nice, too.
Compliment.
Yes,
they compliment each other.
They're very good complimenters.
Well, they should compliment because they've done a lot to compliment. Speaking of Jamarcus Prince, 3 receptions for 87 yards and a score. Jay-Sean Land had 1 catch for 39 and a score. Jay Brown, 2 for 14. And Brooks Snell, 1 for 12.
Yeah.
All right, looking at the tackles numbers, A.J. Quarles, the leading tackler, 3 for the night, and also an interception.
And the one
that would have been a pick 6 if it hadn't been for penalty.
And the one where he put that little running back into the turf that didn't count. It seems like that's the one we're going to remember.
It was a non-play, right. Okay, so let's move on now to our Players of the Game Award Company of America.
About time we got these guys in the dance.
And Walk-Ons Sports Bistro Player of the Game. Kevin's job is done. He can leave.
Okay, good for you. Got the scoreboard, lock up, check the baseball field, the middle school gym.
Ironically, tonight is also check each bulb night.
I mean, you don't make the rules.
I just am a policy guy.
You're the rules follower, right?
I am.
Okay, so let's go with our players of the game, okay? Thanks to Award Company of America.
Yes.
That's in Tuscaloosa.
Thank you, Chris Adamczyk.
And also Walk-On's Sports Bistro. Can you find Award Company of America
By
there?
the way, while you're doing that, big award tonight for Jamie Mitchell that we got.
It is.
They did that for us, so thank you.
Yes.
So we were so
Awesome.
proud of that.
They do such a great job. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and say it now. I think there was a lot of great offensive performances. We could have debated on several players to get the player of the game, but I think Bryson Kimbrough
Yes, definitely
stepped up tonight. I mean, 11 of 13, 253 yards, 4 touchdowns. I mean, you can't have a much better game as a quarterback. And,
especially
and
coming off
he's been
some
struggling a little
criticism.
bit too.
Brent, I like that.
And he really came with it tonight. So I think it's got to be Bryson. You agree?
I
agree.
100%.
Yep.
100%.
Defensive player of the game. You want to do that one, Brad?
Yeah, I felt like it was, I don't know about head and shoulders above everybody, because I know there's a lot of things that we don't see up in the line of scrimmage that may have gone well for us. I know the defensive pass rush was pretty good, but ultimately we decided to go with A.J. Quarles. The interception, and then
There was a pick six, but it got called back for a blocking penalty.
But still, A.J. played well. Also had a big hit in the middle of the field that we all kind of awed over.
That didn't count. How about that? We're noticing 2 plays that didn't count.
That's a good point.
Touchdown,
the interception counted. They just didn't get credit for the touchdown.
Right. Okay, so AJ, our defensive player of the game. And special teams, Coach P, you got a suggestion?
Well, I do. I mean, nobody stood out tonight. You know, we had a missed extra point. The onside kick did not go as well. We had either a snap or a hold issue. But we have one play by Farley where he made that the Willie Mays reference over the shoulders. That would be my suggestion.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Okay, so Jamison Farley, our special teams, and plus he does other things too. You know, always with the snap.
He is the Swiss Army knife out there.
The holding on the snaps and everything. Yeah. Okay. All right. So there you go. All right, guys. Let's wrap this up with a few RSV Design scoreboard updates. And let's go home.
Interesting. And Coach P, maybe we'll just alternate here.
Yeah, good. I have none so far.
Well, that's okay. Gordo came back after the 10-0 start for the Oakman Wildcats. I've got Gordo 35, Oakman 10.
Okay, how about this one? One we haven't talked about.
Yeah.
Northridge up the road, the Jaguars, the 06ers took it on the chin from the Golden Gophers, 45-14. Okay.
Oh, that's a shame.
It is. Breaks my heart.
Breaks my McAdory 42, Brookwood 6.
I'm still looking up. I'm looking up Pike Road real quick.
I had Pike Road
52-14 over Stanhope Elmore, the Mustangs.
If you are not in the band, please get off of the field.
Wow.
Well, the band's going to perform.
That's true.
It's like harking back to Kevin Thomas days back
That's
there.
right.
You know, nobody on that field.
I'm Kevin Thomas.
Yes.
Anyway, let's see. I was looking for a county high score.
I can find that. I'm sure Thompson.
I think it was close.
Hey, while we're doing these scores, can you move to a shot of the field, and we'll watch the band perform as well.
Do you have any you want to know, Brent? Any scores?
I mean, I've got
Any
Carver.
RSV
Okay, Carver of Montgomery did finally beat Lanier 39-21. I ultimately, remember now, that is a big deal. Carver and Pike Road, I'm pretty sure, play each other next week for the region championship.
You're exactly right.
And that's big because the loser of that game, actually, I think we wouldn't see either for quite some time. But still, it could affect, I think that 3 seed potentially is Lanier-Wetumpka. And that is who we potentially could see in the second round.
Correct. It is interesting, though, that Homewood would play the 3 seed there, and it could affect if we travel week 2 or not.
Right.
Excuse me, the second week of the playoffs.
Now, look, you're talking about Homewood.
Yep.
Remember, Briarwood. Okay, so Benjamin Russell lost to, or they beat Briarwood.
Right.
Now, has Briarwood and Homewood played?
I think so.
And Homewood won.
Correct. The interesting fact about Homewood is it's the only team that during Hillcrest has not beaten that we have played. We has lost to other team, but he has avenged those losses.
Saraland,
Hueytown, right?
Yeah.
So I was talking to Coach Patterson early, and I think they kind of want a piece of Homewood in the second round.
I think that they may get their wish.
I agree.
But because the Patriots were successful, of course, over Pelham tonight, 31-20.
Okay.
So that puts them right now. Homewood is looking like the 2 seed.
Looks like it.
In that Region 3.
Next week at this time, we should know all of it, though.
That is good. And obviously, we wrap it up next week with our regular season.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the Hillcrest High School Pride of Patriot Parkway Marching Band. Join us on a journey through the sky as the band flies to new heights with our halftime show titled Soul. Tonight's performance features Freebird by Leonard Skinner, music from How to Train Your Dragon, Come Fly With Me by Frank Sinatra, Firebird Suite by Igor Stravinsky. Please enjoy as drum majors Mahana Konathon and Lorelei Messaker and the Hillcrest High School Marching Band take the field.
The rest of our broadcast, Pride of Patriot Parkway Marching Band High School once again, Hillcrest 60, Bryant 13. See you next week back at the Roy Johnson.
Angel goes at the Roy Johnson.
I know. Yeah, just fine.
We should not be.
Angel, on the dance. On the dance. Hey, Brad. Hi. Yeah, hey, give it. It's not on go, man. I'm just gonna. Hey, where is Jeff Mason so I can get her in the break, man? I am.
Well, they're not going to eat themselves.
Thank you, Hank. Hey, that's right. I'm texting him to just let you in. Don't buy a ticket, okay? And Angel, you want any of this food to go or a drink? Hey, you don't want cold hamburgers or hot Gatorade? Thank you, Angel. Trivia question for Kevin. That's the mic right here. This is not going to cost. How many times did a major rat throw up a baton and catch it during this routine? I know the answer. Because I always tell them to keep your rat. Well, dang it, that's pretty scary. Good. Yeah. Hey, good job, baby. Good job.
Saved our broadcast.
You need to get you a good That's just iPad brick. Is all it is. Like the old iPad bricks.
Well, that's the one that came with it that I was using, though.
But it didn't go in there. That's the thing.
Mine did come with it.
Came with a charger?
It came with the, like, little rounded off cube.
Oh, God. I think it did. Brian, I assume this is your charger.
Yeah.
Sorry. Looking right here. Good. Yep. Thanks. Well. 3 more cheeseburgers and they may want dinner for their dog. Bob, you want to be Bob? Birthday
Ladies and gentlemen, the Hillcrest High School Pride of Patriot Parkway Marching Band.